Okay, so we should be live. I mean, we should be live. Everything should be A-okay. Yeah, so starting. So YouTube stream is up. Oh, fuck. I don't have YouTube with the same. I don't have it on the same thing. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Fuck. Oh my god. The first thing I see is just a bunch of yo's. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good, people? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages across all nations, what is good? Okay, so we're live on. So we are live on Twitch, and we're live on. Yeah, and we're live on YouTube too. Yeah, this was supposed to be a Twitch only stream, but I was coerced and forced to make a YouTube simulcast too. Yeah, no, I was forced. My hands were forced, though. I know the Twitch guys want an exclusive stream. I do apologize. That's gonna happen at some point in the near future. Don't worry about that shit. But for the time being, we're gonna go with the simulcast, and then let me see here. And then after that, I don't know where we're gonna go. Who the fuck are we? My God, people! Like, how are you guys already fucking donating this shit, dude? Like, I don't understand. Like this shit has even like the stream has started, but we haven't started. So until we start, why are we donating? Stop. Okay. But I'm gonna actually add, and that's Canadian dollars too. That's Canadian. Fuck me. I mean, you know, I'll take it. Whatever. I'm not stingy. All right, I'm not stingy. So here's the deal, people. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. They can't hear you? Oh, can't hear Dustin? Okay, what the fuck is this? They can't hear Dustin. Dustin talk? Hold on, give me a second. Nah, that's not the every. Yeah, that's not the every stream. Fuck. What is happening here? Dustin should be the desktop audio. Oh, talk now, dude. No. Okay, no. Something is up here. Where for some reason the desktop itself is not recording. Oh, is it because I have to do my headphones? Hold on, give me a second. Don't fucking tell me I actually have my headphones. This is bullshit. All right, give me a second, y'all, because I think I know what's happening. Because right now I have some wireless headphones on, but at the same time I had to change some speaker bullshit. Hold on, it's gonna get weird for a second. Let me do this. Let me do this. Oh, so many fucking tabs. Oh, I'm cursing on YouTube. God damn, whatever. YouTube is crap right now. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Talk now. Dustin. Dustin? Hello, Dustin? Hold on, shit. No, wrong speakers. Okay, set defaults. Oh, but now, Dustin, talk now.
Yo.
All right, there we go. Boom. Okay, they can hear you now. They should be able to, at least they should be able to hear you now.
Say your hockey was too strong.
Yeah, the hockey, bro. Yo, they saw you on the Reverie photo, like, oh shit, this man's hockey. Whoa.
Hey,
overwhelming, overflowing. Okay, but they should hear you now. But I need to change some of the settings and shit. We good. Okay, so now we fix all that nonsense with the audio settings. Now I know I can't have my headphones on, at least the wireless ones. I can't do that shit. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. So we're supposed to be having Mugiwara, Matt B. Supposed to be having Brago, because the video I made, the last video I made for you guys was the Brago one. Oh no, I made because Brago on his channel he had a 9-hour plus Well, no, he had one stream that was 9 hours, and another one that was like fucking stupidly long, like 5 hours too. So he had like a combination of like 14 hours of just talking about the top 30 strongest characters in One Piece. It was crazy. So I had my piece on that one too. Dude, hold on. Can you get my headphones? Are you using those? You need them anymore? Oh, yeah, fine. All right.
Hello, Mom.
Get the fuck out of here. See my headphones. All right. Okay. So we're good. All right. So there we go. All right, people. So I apologize for the audio issues. So we're good, people. We're live. We're good. Everything's a-okay. Everything is peachy and sexy. Let me just make sure that we have my chat on, and then you guys can also see this as well. The booyah. There we go. All right, so we should be good, y'all. Right now it's me and Dustin. We have some, hopefully have some cats coming in as well, because mainly Brago, because this is supposed to be for him. You know, a big ups to Brago for what in the
Like a trend lately.
fuck? Yeah, no, it's a trend. Yeah, it's a trend.
The whole country freezing right now. I don't know what's up with that shit.
Well, right now where I am, there's actually like a snowstorm. So it's a bit annoying, but it's not that big of a deal.
I ever like get snowed in and shit?
Yeah. I mean, because we just take care of the snow when it comes. That's all. All right, so simulcast. Now for you guys, I'm gonna announce a video. I'm gonna have a video up on the main channel on YouTube, probably on Sunday, announcing that Sunday, the 14th, at 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's gonna be 1 p.m. Pacific time. We are going to have the Reverie Part 3 on this channel. Now, we got, I think, more cats in the last Reverie coming in. And on that video, I'm going to ask you guys some questions about what you guys want us to talk about during the Reverie stream. Now, granted, there are some people that are still, like, MIA, you know, i.e. Mr. Seven Mage. He's always in the wind, so he's always hard to get. But essentially speaking, we're going to have that big Reverie stream. And that's the reason why I didn't want to do the simulcast. My plan here was to have this stream be a Twitch-only stream and then have the first stream of 2017 on the YouTube channel be the Reverie Part 3. But no, we're making this top 30 list. So where the fuck is my booklet? So for those of you guys who didn't see the video, you guys should have seen the video. You guys should have been seeing the video. But if you guys haven't seen the video, there'll be a link. That includes you, Dustin. There will be a link in the, I can't say box below, but you guys should go to the video. It's on the channel. You know where it is, all right? Not 2018, not 2017. Yeah, 2020. I forget, man. 2018 is here and now. God damn. This is welcome to 2018, people. All right, so 2018, the first one I want to be was the Reverie Part 3. That is clearly not happening. But it is what it is. Hashtag life. So, let me get this up real quick. Let me put on the side so I can see my comments. And, okay, cool. So, we should be good right now.
Like and share King's top 30
yeah,
videos.
That's right. Yeah. Like and share my top 30 video. Like and share the stream, okay? On Twitter. Go. You know what? I'm going to do that too. Where the frick is my stream? Okay, here we go. Boom.
Welcome to the family, son.
So I'm gonna go on Twitter right now, and I'm gonna give everybody the link on Twitter. Screw Facebook. I don't go on Facebook anymore because Facebook is not my scene anymore. Just not.
Old people scene.
Yeah.
Yo, is Twitter even your scene though?
Yo, do I need to look at this shit again in the goddamn like fucking?
Yo, Brago.
Yo. What's good, guys?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm about to say like, damn, dog, like nothing.
Yeah. The thing is, I saw that hangout. I was like, I'm gonna jump in. I didn't know y'all niggas was live already. Shit,
We
King?
are live. What the fuck you mean, shit, King? We're live.
What's poppin', guys?
What's up?
It's
good.
Man, I'm chilling.
We got 200 plus cats on Twitch. We have for 700 cats plus right now on YouTube. That's some good shit right there. So I don't know where Mugiwara is, right? Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah, he said he's
Mugiwara-
getting his list together.
What?
So I don't know.
Nigga, like, we got a list for.
Okay, all right, Matt. All right, word. Okay, I feel you, bro. All right, that caught me off guard when pants down, but I feel you, bro. All right, so let me just get all this shit together so you guys. So I want to read through my list because I know some cats have issues, obviously, mainly with Dragon apparently. But I mean, we can discuss that in full detail. I mean, I'm fine with that. Okay.
It's a little more in there, but
Folks have problems. Okay, yeah, I know. Folks have problem with Aokiji. Folks have problem with Mihawk. Folks have problem with Sabo for some reason. Folks have problem. Just people have issues. Okay, so
I think we can go through it like from 30 to 1, and then we can just discuss how we feel about each one.
yeah, because that's how you did it on your stream, right? Yeah. And then if you guys want me,
Do you want to go
your...
through our list as well, Dustin? Should we pull up?
Yeah, I got my list. But whenever y'all, however y'all.
Yeah.
All right,
No doubt. Just that I don't have a way to show them your list. 'Cause I know that you did that. Like you had like the Excel file thing going on for your stream.
Yeah.
I don't have that set up right now, and I'm not gonna try to do that midstream. So
that's fine.
It's not gonna happen. So
we can tell them what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So for those of you guys who didn't see my video, once again, you guys should see my video. For me, number 30 was Diamond Jozu. Then after Diamond Joju, number 29 is Law. Then after the Law, number 28 is Boa Hancock. Number 27 is Magellan. Number 26 is Enel. Number 25 is Bartholomew Kuma. Number 24 is Luffy. Number 23 is Cracker. Number 22 is Don Flamingo. Number 21 is Smoothie. Then number 20 is Jack the Drought. Number 19 is Garp. Number 18 is Sabo. Number 17 is CDU of the Rain. Number 16 is Rayleigh. Number 15 is Sengoku. Number 14 is Marco. Number 13 is Katakuri. Number 12 is Ben Beckman. Number 11 is Green Bull. Number 10 is Kizaru, which kind of surprised me, honestly, because I put Kizaru under Fujitora, number 9. Then number 8 is Mihawk. Number 7 is Dragon. Number 6 is Akainu. Number 5 is Aokiji. Number 4 is Blackbeard. 3 is Big Mom. 2 is Kaido. 1 is Shanks. Then honorable mentions I have were Weevil, Zoro and Sanji, Kid, Kong, Ino Arashi and Nekomamushi, Vista, Ivankov, Urouge, and that's a lull pick because it's just Urouge, and then Jimbe. So that's my top 30 list for you guys and gals. So once again, I explain in full detail. I mean, we're going to talk about it in this video too, so I guess if you're here, cool. But it's cool to get some other guys' perspective on their list because I know Brago had his own list, and as did Dustin, as did Froob, as did all the cats that came to Brago's 14-hour total behemoth of a stream. Yeah, so
yeah, we got it in that night.
You did, but listen, I'm not trying to go 14 hours. Or I'm just not. No,
maybe 10, less than 10.
No, stop, dude. Like you had my attention for 3. After that, I don't know. All right, after that, I have no idea. All right, but yeah, so that's my list. That's my list. So, I guess because I want Braga because this was all because of Braga. So I want Braga to say his piece, and then we'll go to Dustin.
Yeah. So I watched the video. The list was cool. I like the list. I have some qualms with some of the characters. All right. I think the most egregious one, in my opinion, Aokiji. Aokiji. How do you have Aokiji over Akainu and he took that L, bro? How do you justify that? Even though the story is telling us, yo, Akainu is stronger than Aokiji. How can? I heard the explanation, but come on, bro.
All right, so well, do you want me to answer that now, or do you want me to let Dustin have his piece too, and then we can do
Dustin go. Yeah, Dustin go. We talk about
that. I mean, it's the same for me, bro. Like, I don't know.
I'm like, yo, man.
Reasons, bro, but the nigga lost, fam.
All right, so here's the thing about Aokiji, and then I said in the video that the interplay between characters doesn't mean that much when we're looking at who the strongest characters are. This is not a list of this is not a versus matchup between 2 characters.
Right.
This is a series where the power spectrum is so broad. it's not like Dragon Ball Z where you can gauge on power levels very easily because it's all centered on ki. This is where people eat certain fruits and then they attain unique powers based on those fruits. That's this whole other power spectrum as opposed to Haki, let alone other power schemes. Like One Piece has many like power schemes, and so the thing about it is that when you look at Aokiji directly benefits from the One Piece world itself because not only is he the only different user that we know of that can completely negate the major weakness of the devil fruits, which is water, but also his powers enhance because of the water. He's literally the only character that we see that actually enhances his powers because of the water, and he's a devil fruit user. So the example that I gave was when you look at what we saw in Punk Hazard, Aokiji was able to tie with Akainu from a geological standpoint because you have one side that is completely ice mountain range and like blizzard and glaciers and that kind of shit, and then you have, well, not glaciers, but you know what I mean, you know, like just like a whole ice mountain section, and then the other side is a whole volcanic section. So from a geological standpoint, on land, Aokiji can tie with Akainu. But then in the ocean, Aokiji dominates. Aokiji's uncontested. There's no one like Aokiji who actually dominates in the ocean. And the One Piece is a water world, predominantly so. So when you have Aokiji be able to put his fingers into the coastal area, and then for dozens, if not hundreds of miles between islands, is able to freeze all of that water, iceberg thick, killing anything and everything within that zone, Aokiji's area of effect, from a DC standpoint, is way more vast than anything Aokiji can output.
Can't you say, well, Akainu can make land, right? And doesn't lava come from like literally like the earth, like the Earth's like core?
Well, yeah, like it comes from the Earth's core, but the problem is that like there's no one in One Piece right now aside from maybe Blackbeard who is able to actually tap into the Earth itself and then actually utilize like the Earth as a means of causing destruction. The only character that we know.
You don't think Akainu being awakened would be able to do that?
But see, what I'm basing on is that I'm basing on what we can gauge thus far with their abilities and what we've seen thus far. And what we've seen thus far, Akainu's not doing that. He's not doing that. I mean, he could be able to do that, but my thing is that when I'm going to gauge there are certain characters that we know how far they've grown over the course of the time skip. But for characters that we don't know, I'm going to give them the bare minimum. So, for example, with NL, I'm going to say, okay, fine, he's gotten some degree of armored haki, but I'm not going to give him armored haki hardening. You know? Like, I'm not going to I'm not going to just, like, you know, massively upscale his power. Because there's certain things that we can assume about certain characters. Like, for example, the older people in One Piece, their power level goes down over the course of time for the most part. Because they're like once older, like once you're like that like 65, 68 cap, your power level just goes down. Unless you're Big Mom, because Big Mom, she's unique like that because she manipulates life force itself. Right. But when it comes to other characters that are below that age of like let's say like 65 or 68, you can assume that their power is going to steadily increase over time. So that includes. So I even say that Shanks and Kaido are probably stronger now than they were 2 years ago, but not, let's say, that much more stronger because, again, we don't really know how to gauge Kaido pre-time skip. We have no idea what to gauge at all.
It's hard to say for these characters that's kind of in their prime still.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm not going to give Akainu the ability to, let's say, punch a hole through the ocean, tap to the Earth's core, or like to like the molten crust of the Earth and then start manipulating that shit. I'm not going to do that. But we do know that Aokiji, because it's a water planet for the most part, he dominates the sea. And again, not only does he negate his own devil weakness, but he benefits from that. So it's not only that, but even on land.
Because he lost? I mean, because Akainu lost, so he had to be on a similar level in order for him to beat him.
Well, it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I say in that video, in a one-on-one fight between Aokiji and Akainu, Aokiji loses. But for the strongest characters in the verse, that doesn't matter. Because
how?
Because it's not Dragon Ball. Because we have too many scopes of abilities. It's Hunter x Hunter, where given one case, one character, granted, not to the same extent, obviously, because I know folks are gonna get tilted on that one. But yeah, obviously,
they're about to kill you, bro.
no doubt, no doubt.
Say, what?
No doubt, no doubt.
Compare Crollo and his son. Come on, bro.
No doubt, exactly, yeah. But the thing about it is that you have literally a power which supersedes another power from an element standpoint, because Aokiji's ice and Ace's fire, they kind of tied off. When Ace did the flame mirror and Aokiji did the blue pheasant attack, they kind of evaporated each other. Like if you recall that during the Marineford War, like Ace kind of countered his pheasant. So then what happened was Oda revealed that Akainu can actually burn Ace's fire. Now, how that makes any sense to me? Well, it doesn't. To be honest, it doesn't make sense how the lava can burn Ace's fire, but in the world of One Piece, lava, not only from a heat standpoint, is superior than fire. All right, fine. That means that Aokiji, who can tie off with Ace, is now at a disadvantage because the magma of Akainu, from a temperature standpoint, beats that of fire. Now, granted, Aokiji's ice is very cold, but he has a disadvantage when it comes to facing off against Akainu. But even still, they fought for 10 days straight. They were able to change the weather. From a geological standpoint, they tied. And yes, even though he beats him, that doesn't change the fact that if it was any other character, he'd have a better chance against that character than, let's say, Akainu. Because his overall combat ability is superior.
Are you trying to? But you're saying that he can't beat him in a 1v1, but it seems like you're still trying to prove that he's stronger than him, and I don't get it. I don't understand.
So I guess King is saying that Akainu is stronger than Aokiji, but Aokiji would do a better job against other top tiers based on the.
So okay, is it like
kind of
Akainu? Is it like Akainu beat Aokiji, but Aokiji can beat Kizaru, but Kizaru can beat Akainu? Is that what you're saying? Like, what if it's like that?
Kind of, because what I'm trying to say here is that.
Oh, you're saying because of this advantage that Aokiji had, and it still went 10 days.
Yeah, like
that Aokiji, as far as overall strength, is superior to Akainu.
No, because I don't know how. Okay, listen. Okay, so when we say strength, I'm talking.
I'm talking about combat abilities.
Exactly. Yeah. So I try to make that very clear when I'm talking about overall strength. I'm talking about not just what they can destroy. I'm also talking about the area that they affect. I'm talking about how fast they are. I'm talking about their abilities. I'm talking about how much damage they can take. I'm talking about all these different things because that factors in how powerful they are. And like I said before, One Piece isn't like Dragon Ball Z where you can say, oh, well, Goku beat X because Goku has more ki than X. He beat him, therefore, yeah, he's stronger. Because in One Piece, we know that's not how it works. In One Piece, there's too many variables in play to say, oh, well, he beat X, therefore he's stronger. No. But how did he beat X? Or what were the circumstances under how he beat X? You see what I'm saying? Like, the parallel here would be NL and Luffy. Oda said himself that NL would have a 500 million berry bounty from Jump if he was in the Blue Sea. But yet Luffy beat him anyway. Why? Because Luffy has a fruit that negates negates NL's abilities.
That's not an excuse.
Of course it is. NL can't.
Anel said himself that it doesn't matter that you can nerf me, I will still beat you.
And figured but Anel figured out that he was weak to piercing attacks. But Luffy ultimately still negates the vast majority of his blows. Physically speaking, NL, that's not his forte. Physically, he can block Zoro's attacks. But that does not change the fact that NL can vaporize entire islands. That doesn't change that he has multi-island plus range, where he can smite you from hundreds of miles away. That doesn't change that NL can move at the speed of lightning.
I guess Dustin is saying that, even though Luffy was a rubber man, like, he still had to overcome NL saying, I can pierce you, I can do whatever to beat you. Luffy still had to overcome that.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking, Luffy still has that. Like, Luffy still has, he still has to outwit NL, and he did. Remember how he does the Gomu Gomu no Tako? Because NL, he's using his Kamboshin Haki to predict what Luffy's doing.
Yeah.
So Luffy's getting pissed off because he can't hit NL, and NL's now trying to pierce him with the trident instead of the staff.
Right.
But what Luffy does is that he ricochets all the attacks in front of the golden section of the ship, and then NL can't read those attacks because he can't read Luffy's intent. So Luffy gets slammed. So NL gets slammed by a barrage of fist and punch. and then well, fists and kicks and that kind of stuff. And then afterwards, Luffy, he does the bazooka because he sees the opening, and then after that, Enel's reeling, and then he hits him with the rifle. And then after that happens, there's like a miniature break, and then Luffy's off guard. Enel kind of disappears, takes a part of the gold, wraps around Luffy's hand, kicks him off the ship, and then that's when the whole chase begins between Enel and Luffy. That's when the whole chase begins.
Would you say every fight that Shanks has will have an asterisk by it because he doesn't have both of his arms?
No. I'm not saying that because I'm not going to include things that the character would have had and then we would have seen. Okay, like for example, there's a difference between Shanks having 2 arms and then how powerful he would have been if he had 2 arms, as opposed to, let's say, Don Flamingo being at full health when he wasn't focusing. Well, that's true, but we're comparing scraps and being exhausted, like little scratch marks and being exhausted. Don Flamingo had internal organ damage, and mind you,
you know how I feel about Dofi, Dustin. I got
I know, bro. I didn't know help you on this one.
And then the thing here is that not only was it internal organ damage that he suffered, but also this dude, he says himself that it's just patchwork, it's just emergency work. He's not healing from the strings. He's just trying to stay active while maintaining internal organ structure. That saved his life. But basically, he was supposed to die from that attack. If not for that, because mind you, it wasn't just the Gamma Knife. Law did the Gamma Knife, and then when Flingo was down, Law followed up the attack with the counter shock.
He did a bunch of counter shocks.
Exactly, a bunch of counter shocks, and then he still got up because of the patchwork that he was doing. So that was literally that was an emergency, life-threatening situation that he was in, and Dovi was able to stitch himself up to try and stay active in the fight. And even still, Luffy needed Gear 4, and the Leo Bazooka wasn't enough to take him down. He needed the King Kong gun still afterwards in the middle of that fight. So yeah, Luffy was at full strength, absolutely. But you can't compare who this guy was literally in a life and death situation, who had to patch himself up to stay alive, who wasn't even recovering during that fight. It was emergency work. So the Gamma Knife pales in comparison to whatever Luffy took previously before the main fight began between Dofi and Luffy. But going back to Aokiji and Akainu, the whole thing here is that when you have Aokiji, who's at a disadvantage from a Dofus standpoint, who is, and honestly from that standpoint down alone, you can say that Akainu beat him. Again, the details we have no idea.
So he's at a disadvantage Devil Fruit wise, right? But you also said that he has the advantages as far as access to power to enhance abilities.
Yeah, like he
so
can
doesn't that even it in that case where it comes down to
no, because what we
combat?
because we don't know the details of the fight. What we know from the fight is it was 10 days. So from a stamina standpoint and from an endurance standpoint, they both are the same. Both Aokiji and Akainu, we can gauge them very fairly. All right. Okay. Maybe Akainu's slightly ahead because you can say, well, he took all that damage from Whitebeard during the Marineford War.
And bounced back and then took on every commander there.
And then, exactly. Yeah, fine, fair enough. Yeah, so you can say that, fair enough. From a hockey standpoint, you can say that they're relatively the same, I suppose.
Or Akainu is superior because Aokiji lost a leg.
Well, the thing is that we don't really know, but because we don't know if that was because of a hockey thing or a Delphi thing. It could be because he was able to burn off that entire leg. Or maybe Aokiji himself, he thought to himself, let me actually not be commander or some shit like that. Again, we know the details of the fight. What I'm saying is that what we know, the details of what we know thus far in the fight, I'm not gonna say that they have superior hockey compared to each other, but we do know that Aokiji was able to kind of sense Diamond Jozu coming and react to that in a way, whereas Akainu hasn't shown that degree of Kamboshan hockey as far as I think. I don't think.
Remember, we said with hockey, you have to be focused.
Right, you need to be focused, exactly, yeah. So, I would say that when it comes to Armored hockey, they're kind of the same. When it comes to Kamboshan hockey, Aokiji has shown more in that area than Akainu has. But I'm not going to say that he's... So, I would give Aokiji that edge in Kamboshan hockey, but not the other hockey, not Armored hockey.
I mean, if we go off personalities, it seems Aokiji would be the more, that would be his thing.
Yeah.
Kind of more so the armament.
Right, exactly, yeah. That's how I feel too. So, There's that. But when you look at the actual battlefield itself, the battlefield itself was a fair battlefield in hindsight, absolutely. So you have him on land, and then you have him on ice. Again, on land, from a geological standpoint, they tied. They were equal on land when you look at what the outcome was. They permanently changed the weather.
Changed the climate. Landscape.
One side was blizzard, and one side was volcanic ash. One side was volcanoes. The other side were these giant ice peaks. So they were both equal in that standpoint, geologically speaking. That was on land. On sea, Akainu wins every day of the month. Every day. You can't beat him. I'm sorry, Aokiji. Aokiji wins every day of the month.
I don't know.
Aokiji, again, when it comes to area effect...
being on water is still a double-edged sword for Aokiji, though, because he's still a devil fruit user.
Yeah, but he's the only person that we know that can... Because, okay, here's the thing.
Because Akainu can literally create land.
Yeah.
So it's like in the water, he still is okay.
Yeah, exactly. He's still fine. He's fine. But the problem here is that either A, you look at what he can do, and then, okay, well, we can say he can create these massive land platforms so he can stand on them. That's fine. Right. But he doesn't necessarily benefit. He doesn't benefit from the water. Aokiji benefits from the water. Because not only can he negate the water entirely, but he can literally freeze entire areas in an instant. Iceberg thick, bro. Iceberg thick for dozens, if not hundreds of miles. From an area effect standpoint, he's one of the top in the verse. He's way ahead of Akainu from that standpoint. Like it's just,
but when they give Akainu some flowers to stand on, though.
Well, the thing is,
of course, but that's not what I'm saying.
But Akainu melted that ice like hot knife through like.
Well, yeah, like
paper. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing for Akainu because they had the whole thing back and forth. It's like, yo, melted then Akainu melted his ice.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean. So it's like it's not like Akainu can't melt his ice. So even if he creates ice, it's like. Akainu can melt it just as easy.
Yes. Well, again, this harkens back to what I said before. And guys, I know that the donation's actually very loud. I do apologize for that. Let me just quickly change that for the sound because for the next stream, I know they're loud. I apologize. I hear it too. All right, I haven't fixed it for the stream. I know. All right, just okay. Deal with it. Okay, deal with it. But thanks for the resubs. Thanks for the donations. I'll cover that in a few minutes, definitely. But the thing about Aokiji and Akainu, like I said before, Akainu beats Aokiji in a fight. I'm not denying that. He beats him, but that doesn't mean that he, from an overall combat ability standpoint, is superior. That does not mean that at all.
Even if you're overall superior, doesn't that mean that you should be able to beat the person?
No, because it depends.
How does that?
Because again, this is not Dragon Ball Z. You can't say, oh, well, he has more haki, therefore he wins in the fight. No, because we know that the play between Devil Fruit users, that matters a lot. So we know, okay, well, in the case of, let's say, Ace and Monet, if they were able to fight, or Sabo and Monet, Sabo would coast Monet because Sabo's fire literally melts every component of her snow. She cannot use her main abilities at all in that fight. She is weakened. She's nerfed because Sabo is fire and she's snow. We know that when it comes from a Luffy and NL standpoint, you can say, okay, well, NL said that he can defeat him anyway because he knew how to pierce through his rubber. But the fact of the matter is that NL's major attacks, his forte, is not his physical strength, it's his ability to devastate people with the lightning attacks. That is his main forte. He didn't beat people with stabbing them. He beat them by blasting them with a wave of electricity that they could not compete with, that they could not even handle. And that's the whole thing. And yeah, Matt B, we're live. Yeah, we're fucking Matt.
That was his more, but that's what Katakuri. Katakuri's future scene is his most comfortable way of fighting, but that does not mean that's his only way of fighting.
Yeah,
he's great at.
No. But see, okay. What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? Yeah, we live right now, dog.
Yo, man.
Oh, we're live right now?
Yeah, of course.
Moogie Waka came at us talking about we late, bro. This nigga comes in. 34 minutes later.
Hey, man. You know, you gotta get it in, bro.
Yeah, bills to pay.
Hey, for real, though. What's
Life.
up? Hey, Happy New Year, you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New
How y'all
Year.
living?
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, fam. What's good?
Yo, man, we good, right? We
What's
just chilling
poppin',
right now,
bro?
yeah. Well, we chilling, but we chilling tensely. I
Yeah,
guess. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know what to say it, bro.
It's already tense.
So
Yeah,
I was
very
trying to
tense,
justify this Aokiji over Akainu, man. We ain't rocking. We ain't
Well,
rocking.
For one, bro, I ain't gonna lie, King. For one thing, that's not my only issue, bro. It's that you got him over Akainu and you have him top 5 in the verse.
yeah.
Yo.
Listen, that's okay. Listen,
Hey.
again, we're talking about a character that directly benefits from the world of One Piece like no other character. Literally, no other character is that dominant in the world of One Piece from an elemental standpoint than Aokiji. No other character.
I would say
I think that's
Akainu
overhyped.
is. I think Akainu is as well because lava.
He's not. But okay, he has not shown. When you have Aokiji literally put his fingers in the water and he melts, not melts, he freezes iceberg thick, hundreds of miles.
Nobody else has
That
a
doesn't
camera.
compare to anything Aokiji has shown.
Wait, how did Akainu get from the like that abyss then? How do you think he got out from that abyss?
No, well, the anime shows that he was actually able to like cling onto like he was able to actually punch a hole through the land, and then he was able to like make like a molten rock current area and like flow through that. So what I'm
Right.
saying, yeah, exactly, yeah. But that's not what One Piece. He was on an island or a fort, if you want to say. He was in a land area, and he's able to actually do that. Okay, again, I will give him that. But we're talking about Aokiji freezing iceberg thick between islands in the Ring Wrong Island area. He's able to freeze that in an instant. We see him
That's like the
touch the
people that
water.
say that these certain people that we know should have hockey. They say they don't have hockey
Okay,
until we have
okay,
the
look,
story. Yet.
Look, this is my only thing. This is my only thing to say something in counter to that. So, you're saying that Aokiji has the advantage of water all around them, but what about like other Logia users that have awakenings? Then I mean, they have just as much
Right,
depending
Matt, yeah.
upon their mastery.
Okay, well, see,
That's what I'm saying with Akainu having an awakening. He can create land anywhere.
Yeah,
Seemingly because awakening is just more of, it seems like, right? So
Okay.
the Dofi is more strain, Katakuri is more mochi. With Akainu and his like awakening, it'll be more lava. So essentially, if Aokiji's creating more ice, Akainu will melt it just as easily.
no. Okay, listen. No. See. First of all, we don't know if they have awakened Logia abilities. All right, I have no idea. We've never seen an awakened Logia in the series. But what we do know is that there are awakenings of Dofu users. So is it safe to... Okay, again, see, this is what I said before when it came to over time, Brazo. I am not going to give Akainu or Aokiji or any other character massive leaps in powers over the course of time because we just don't know what's happened over the course of those 2 years. I'll give him slight increases. I would say, yeah, like his armor hockey probably got a little bit better to where we didn't see him use hardening. Let's say pre-time skip, post-time skip, he can do that easy. You know, like when it comes to let's say it's Kambochan hockey, if it was a little bit, worse pre-time skip, it's better not post-time skip. You know, like when it comes to those assumptions, I'll be very, very minor with them. I'm not gonna give him, an awakening over the time period now. I'm not gonna do that.
No. But King, isn't that a safe assumption to make? If he's one of the top tier
No.
people in the verse, shouldn't he have awakening?
No, because that's something that no, because we don't know what qualifies to be a Logia awakening. We know that the Zone awakenings, we haven't seen any Mystic Zone awakening. We've seen regular Zone awakenings, and we know that they become more of like a berserker state. And we saw that with only the 4 guards of Impel Down. Those are the only 4 casts we've seen be Zone awakening. When it comes to Paramecia awakening, we've only seen 2. We've seen Katakuri and we've seen Don Flamingo, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we understand that over the course of time, they had to train to hone their abilities to the point where they can actually manipulate the environment around them. I have no idea what a Logia awakening is going to do. The Logia awakening could be something akin to the Zone awakening, where they become berserker-like, or it could be a Paramecia awakening, where they could change the environment around them in tandem. But the problem here is the sea itself. Because, yes, Akainu, he can make platforms, but we've never seen... We've only seen 7 awakenings thus far. No, I'm sorry, 6 awakenings. 4 Zoan, 2 Paramecia. We've seen many abilities in the verse, but no one has been able to change the composition of the water itself. if they're a Dofus user. We've seen folks manipulate the water, but to say, Brago, that Akainu could take a pocket of ocean and then turn it into like a continent or turn it into land, that's a bit
Wasn't
nutty.
it the top layer he froze, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Aokiji freezing the sea or just a layer on?
Yeah, that's not the whole.
Because I remember when Aokiji
No.
fell, when he fell in the water one time, he landed on the surface of the water, then he froze. It's like he's not going into the water.
Well, again, that's what.
So that Aokiji, I kind of essentially do the same thing.
No. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to Aokiji, because he's ice, he can manipulate the water to his advantage, where other characters really can't do that. Some characters can do that. Some characters can, like for example, there's a minor case of, let's say, Oven, where Oven, he can make the boiling sea, so he manipulates the water via heat. Fair enough. And maybe Akainu could do the same thing where he can boil. No, we do know that. We do know that he was able to boil the sea somewhat or at least the Bay Area. The problem is the area of effect. Literally, when it comes to when it comes to Aokiji, he doesn't need that much effort. I'm not saying that he freezes the entire ocean from the sea floor down. I'm saying it's iceberg thick. It's iceberg thick.
All
and we know
did
that.
was send some lava up into the air. The lava fists, they came down.
But
and
again,
it was just melting the ice to the point where it turned the ice on everyone because it turned into like a boiling water.
Yeah,
I know. Kizaru can destroy his ice because we saw Kizaru using the Yasukani no Magatama, and when
but he didn't only just destroy the ice; it turned it into boiling water. Where to then it was like to his advantage.
I understand.
You really can't believe that Akainu doesn't have an awakening, fam.
Dude, I don't know. Listen, I think they all have an awakening. Because
You are very
animals.
smart. I'm saying you're smart, my nigga. You know he got it.
But I'm not but dude, I am not going to give him that when that is a very large assumption. I'm not gonna say
do you agree with the people that in the community that say Whitebeard didn't have hockey because we didn't see it?
No, he had hockey because it was stated he had hockey several times during the arc. When he stabbed Aokiji, his boys say, "Oh, he got stabbed with hockey. He's done." And Aokiji's like, "No, we see that."
Ice time.
Exactly. He even says, "Don't be ridiculous," because kind of like with Katakuri, and even kind of like with Akainu against Vista and against Marco, a lot of the Logia are able to pre-break themselves or pre-liquefy themselves before they get hit. They're able to do that if they understand that hockey's going to attack them.
A skill of the Logia users.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Damn, Matt.
You robot
Your mic
right.
is messed
Damn,
up.
Matt, what's going on, bro?
Yo, by the way, what's up? I just
I am also in here as well.
Yo, what's
Dritz,
up,
what's
man?
going
How you
on?
doing? Jesus Christ, yeah.
I've been
Mike,
here for like 5 minutes. I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
Yeah, that's
It's
Mike.
all good.
Yeah.
Cole is trying to justify Aokiji over Akainu right now.
I think I justify it well, honestly, because
No, it's not working, bro.
no.
so,
Because here's the thing. Because like you're not looking at the overall combinability.
what about now?
What you're trying to do is that you're trying to apply DBZ logic to One Piece. When you should be doing Hunter x Hunter logic because the power spectrum is too broad. It's too
Yo,
broad.
am I good? Am I good?
Yeah. I think you're fine.
I didn't hear all of your reasoning for it, but I did watch the video, and I understand where you're coming from on the Aokiji over Akainu. I don't agree with it, but I think you made like one flaw with your reasoning where you said that fire is the counter to ice, which is not true whatsoever. Fire is like the like they counteract. Yeah, they counteract each other. Like they're even. It's not like fire counters ice.
Well, no. Well, see, like that's what I meant because I just said like a few minutes ago, or not 10 minutes ago, that when Ace did his fire mirror and then Aokiji did his blue pheasant, they both like negated each other. But we do know that from the story, Akainu's heat surpasses that of Ace's fire because Akainu was able to burn Ace. He's able to burn him. He actually burned him. It doesn't make sense to me because I don't see why lava could burn fire. But according to Oda, lava burns fire. So then from that standpoint of temperature, Aokiji loses. If you want to go from top down, the coldest Aokiji can be loses to the hottest Akainu can be.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know.
Well, I think for Ace, how I look at that is just like how the Awakening, where it's like Awakening is just more of. So with Ace versus Akainu at that point, I don't know if it's like he just lost to the heat. I feel like Akainu at that point just had more of his element.
Wait,
than Ace.
Wait, King, didn't
Not
you
according to
say
Oda.
didn't you say that that Aokiji is stronger, but Akainu would win the fight.
Yeah, I said that a few times. Yeah, I said in a one-on-one fight, Akainu would beat Aokiji in the fight. He
So you
did.
said
He beat him in the
Akainu's
fight.
only winning because of his devil fruit.
Right.
I'm saying because that's what we know of thus
Devil fruit
far.
matchup.
I can't
The devil fruit
I can't
matchup.
speak for hockey. I can't speak for physical
Okay.
ability. I can't speak about things. But what I can speak for is that when you look at the devil fruit matchup, Aokiji loses just how NL lost.
Can I give my list?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
So, I got a pencil right here. Again, we can talk about this in more detail because I know folks want me. Because listen, I pissed off a lot of folks on my list. I'm okay with that. That happens. Because
Wasn't the DM
it wasn't-
list king?
no, because it wasn't just.
Yo,
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, the main things I know folks are talking about. Hold on. Before we get to Braga, to Matt's list, the main things folks wanted me to go over was the Shanks and Kaido thing, the Aokiji and the Akainu thing, no shit the dragon thing. There's a whole slew of cats that I think Mihawk is top 2.
no,
He's definitely top 5 in the verse. He's top 5.
So
I don't know.
debatable.
There's
I
no
don't
way
know.
Dragon is
That's
top 5.
no. That's debatable. That's
No
debatable.
way
That's
Dragon is number 7 in the verse.
well, wait. Let me
Well,
get.
I'll get the dragon too if you want me
say
to.
two
But
things.
yeah. I want Matt
let
to
me-
go through his thing. Oh yeah, Matt, do your thing. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, bro, King. I think you should really consider bringing back the Otaku Battle Dome, but that's a discussion for later.
Ah.
Yeah, I really think so. Like with some of the people that we have now in the community, it would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, word.
But all right. So top 30 characters. And I'm just I'll give a little brief thing on certain characters as to why I placed them where I placed them. I didn't use really any past characters. I wanted to use current characters in the story, so add context to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, okay. So this should be no surprise. Monkey D. Dragon for number 1.
My
Wait, you starting from 1?
Yeah,
nigga.
I'm gonna start from 1.
Come on,
My
man.
nigga.
I'm gonna start from 1 and I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
you can
down.
stop with the
All right,
least.
dragon
Yes.
number 1. Okay.
Okay,
Dragon number
Let's start
no.
from third.
Nah, never mind.
gotta
never mind.
build-
I'll start.
you
Okay,
gotta
I'll start
build
from-
a
I'll
height.
start
No,
from-
no, I like it that way because the top 10 usually.
Okay, I'll start-
I thought it was like Dragon 30. Hold on.
Okay. I'll start on 30. I'll
Yeah,
start
bro.
on
We
no,
30.
no, you
I
good,
thought he
you
said
good.
Monkey D. Luffy at first. I was like, okay.
No.
No, like,
Okay.
I started the
No,
top
look,
10.
look, I'll start with 30.
No,
Yo,
the top 10's like
yo,
super easy. Like,
y'all
not
are
even like
crazy.
you can like start from the top. Yeah. I think that's
No.
better.
I'll start from the bottom. I'll build the
Let the viewers
anticipation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got Zoro at number 30.
Okay.
I got a Rouge at 29.
All right.
I got a Pooh at
Whoa.
28.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
a Pooh
Scratch
at
Man?
28.
My nigga. Hold up. How is it bro?
Listen. Wait a second. I just told y'all. I just told y'all that I have that I'm basing this on current.
A Pooh just flipped on kid in the middle of Kaido falling now.
How about we
Yo,
do
wait a
this?
second,
Name
wait a
10
second.
characters and then
Yo,
we'll
wait a
discuss the
second.
10 characters.
No.
This'll take way too long.
Wait a second, because y'all like now thinking about it, y'all are right. I should move because I got a Pooh and Drake over a Rouge. No, I wasn't thinking. I got a Pooh and Drake over a Rouge, but I'll put a Pooh
should be
at
over
number
Zoro.
29. I'll put a Pooh at number 29, then Drake at number 28, then I'll put a Rouge at 27.
Wow.
I'm with it.
Fair. Okay, then I got Law, Kid, Luffy, then Cracker, Smoothie, Hancock.
Oh,
You had 20? Or
Yeah.
21?
Okay.
That was Hancock above Smoothie.
Yeah,
so
hold
one,
on.
two,
Hancock's number 22, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I see
8.
numbers.
Okay, no, listen. Here's
Let's
the
make
order.
sure he got
Here's
30, man.
Look, I got 30. Here's the order: Zoro, a Rouge, a Pooh, Drake, Law, Kid, Luffy, Cracker, Smoothie, Hancock, Kuma, Dofi.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, wait. You said Zoro, then Urouge, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zoro, then Urouge. Then after that, you
Then
have
Apu.
Apu, right?
A Pooh,
Then
Drake,
and then we go. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Law, Kid, Luffy, Cracker, Smoothie, Hancock, Kuma, Dofi. And just so that we're clear, I'm just reading it directly how I have it. But everybody that's listening, I did just say that I would I would move a Rouge up 2 spots from where I have them and just keep the list
Man,
as is.
the
But anyway,
cracker, the Dofi over cracker. Oh boy.
yeah, I do
I have
have
that
Dofi
too.
over
Yeah,
Cracker.
I
have
have
Dofi
that
over
too.
Cracker.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Which is not
Um,
facts.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the thing is, honestly, if I could redo my list, I'd probably do it that way.
Yeah, same
Because
thing.
I think I factored in too much into one-on-one matchups. Where
And
Dofi
that's
as a fighter,
exactly what I'm
saying.
saying.
I think he's a lot better than Cracker as a fighter overall.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
think too. Yeah.
overalls. But anyways, okay, so now I got Jack, Sabo, Shiryu, Katakuri, Marco, Rayleigh, Ben Beckman, and then Green Bull.
Whoa.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
You said
wait.
Dofi, Jack. Okay, so number 18 is Jack. Number 17 is Sabo.
Wait.
Number 16 is City of the Ray.
Shiryu, yes.
Then number 15 is who?
Katakuri.
Okay, yeah, okay, Cod. Okay, Cat.
Yo, man, I got a question.
Yeah.
Did you is Magellan on this list?
No, I didn't factor Magellan in because he's not in the current story. No, he's not in the current story. But if I did factor in Magellan, he would probably be somewhere around where Shiryu is at.
The Magellan
Because,
guy?
assuming that he has like hockey and stuff like that.
All right, so then after Katakuri, number 14 too.
Marco.
Number
Rayleigh.
13 too. Oh,
Rayleigh.
Okay, Rayleigh.
That's something I
After-
gotta ask everybody. Like after you list, have your list, because
Yeah.
do you think old Rayleigh is stronger than current commanders?
Yes, I would say
think
so.
so.
I think
Rayleigh
actually-
should be put on the
I think he's in the middle.
I would say
Honestly.
I would say where I would put
Oh,
Rayleigh
no,
is
man.
like
That's
right
kinda crazy.
like right underneath that right hand commander level, like right in there, probably in the middle. He could probably
You
beat
got-
some of them, but he probably loses some of them.
You have him over
was
Marco
fighting
and
one-on-one.
Katakuri.
He was fighting 1v1 against admirals, bruh.
Marco did the
against
same
Kizaru.
thing.
Yeah,
No,
Marco
no,
did the
no,
same
no,
thing.
no.
You can't call what Marco did the same thing.
No, you can't call the same thing that Marco did the same
Wait.
thing as what Rayleigh did. But, like, you can't say that
What's the
that's the
difference?
same thing. The difference was that we didn't see Marco engaged in a long fight against Kizaru.
Wait,
We
how
saw-
long was this fight?
Listen. We saw a clash, and then Marco went and proceeded to do other things throughout Marineford.
Okay.
If that's the case, you could say Luffy fought against the 3 admirals.
Yeah, exactly. You can say Luffy fought against the 3
No,
admirals.
no.
Look.
Luffy didn't get a hit in on the admirals.
Okay, and neither did Marco.
At least for a
Wait.
split second, Marcos at
Wait.
least sent Kizaru flying. It was at least equal at that point.
Yes, and you know the difference between
Right.
you know the difference between Luffy hitting an admiral pre-time skip and post-time skip was the fact that he didn't have hockey.
What-
That's it.
Wait,
He could. I think Luffy. I think pre-time skip. If Luffy would have had hockey, he would have been able to land a hit on an admiral. I don't think that's saying too much about Luffy. Am
Well,
I saying
hold on,
something
but-
wrong?
I don't
Wait,
think so.
Wait, hold on. But when you look at the Rayleigh,
You
fight
don't
against-
think Luffy pre-time skip could land one single hit against an admiral?
No.
You know, it's honestly hard to say because the way
if he had hockey.
Hold on a second though. Hold
I
on.
don't-
Hold on. Wait. Going back to the Rayleigh fight though, didn't Kizaru just get a scratch across his cheek because he was
Yeah, he
focusing?
did.
Right. Yeah. But hold on a second. Marco was able to actually kick him and fend him off,
And
then
send him-
Kizaru-
send
then
him flying.
He
Yeah.
sent them flying, but okay. So
Okay.
Kizaru, no, wait.
Froggo.
Kizaru did the little sword, or Rayleigh did the little sword battle thing. Then they were actually engaged in a fight. It wasn't
Like
it was
a
one-on-one
minute.
combat.
Yeah, like a minute.
Well, no, it was one-on-one combat, is what I'm saying. We didn't see that extended from Marco. I'm not saying that Marco couldn't do it.
But
I'm
what I'm
not
saying is
that
like
at all.
I'm saying
all
we
he's
haven't.
saying though is that we have not seen enough from Marco. Like if you think about the exchange between Marco and Kizaru, it was literally one kick and that was it. That was all the
What I'm
exchange
saying
was.
is,
And that's
isn't
it.
that crazy that you have an old Rayleigh who's stronger than current prime commanders?
No, but everybody's old in One Piece and still strong. Big Mama old, Katakuri's old. These niggas are old.
Yeah, but they lose
but
power over
wait,
time.
wait.
But they lose power over time. Rayleigh's no exception. When you look at what Garp did in the past against Don Chinjiao, Garp could shatter a fucking continent back in the day because he was able to tie with Don Chinjiao. But he's not doing that shit now.
Yo, wait, another
Because Big Mom is
another reason why I
Big
have
Mom can
Rayleigh.
manipulate life force though. She's mega broken.
They said Marco was
The
crying in pain from
reason-
Kizaru's
listen,
lasers. Marco
listen,
went right through Kizaru's lasers like it's nothing. He
Yeah.
eats
He
He eats those.
Yo,
All right,
but
wait,
listen,
wait,
this is what I was gonna say. This is what I was gonna say. Another reason why. Oh, go ahead.
I want you to actually finish through your list. So you have like number 12 is who?
That's after Rayleigh, right?
Yeah, Rayleigh, yeah.
Okay, I got Ben Beckman.
Okay, Benny Boy. Number 11.
Okay. Green Bull.
Green Bull. Okay, word. I feel that. Okay, who's next?
Fujitora.
Ooh. Okay.
I think that's like the popular thing.
Fujitora. Then I would put Kizaru.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would put Mihawk.
Mm-hmm.
Aokiji.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mom.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Big Mom.
Yeah.
Then I have Blackbeard.
Ooh.
Okay.
Then I have Akainu. Then I have Kaido. After Akainu is Kaido.
Yeah.
Then I have Shanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I have Monkey D. Dragon.
All right. So just to go over your list real quick. So you have because we're gonna flip through rows around.
Yeah,
so,
I was writing them down as well. I got like Zoro.
Zoro,
29, right?
Apu, yeah. So Zoro,
Apu, Drake.
Okay.
Rouge.
Yeah, right. Rouge.
Yeah.
Law.
Kid.
Yeah.
Luffy.
Yeah. Luffy. Then Cracker. Smoothie. Hancock. Kuma. Dofi. Then Jack after Dofi. Then Sabo, Shiryu, Katakuri, Marco, Rayleigh, Ben Beckman, Green Bull, Fujitora, Kizaru, Mihawk, Aokiji, Big Mom, Blackbeard, Akainu, Kaido, Shanks, Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing I don't understand, I just thought about with your list, you have Jack above like all the commanders in Big Mom's crew besides Katakuri, and then you have him above like Doflamingo and other people. But I thought you said he was third commander level when we always discussed.
No. I said that Jack would be the third commander in Kaido's crew. I didn't say just because he's third. Like I don't think that there's gonna be a such thing as third commander level.
Yeah, but you think it's that much of a gap?
Wait up. Where's is Garp on your list?
No, I didn't have Garp, Boris, and Goku on my list.
And you had Rayleigh though?
Yeah, I did have Rayleigh. Just because I feel like we were able to gauge him more than we were able to gauge Garp and Sengoku. Just my personal opinion.
That
makes perfect sense.
But let me say this though: if I did have Garp and Sengoku on the list, I would have them somewhere in between, like that supernova, like all those supernovas that I have. I would put them.
No way.
In there. No, I wouldn't.
I think the safe thing is like right after Sabo.
No way.
Yeah, maybe after Sabo.
Yeah.
Maybe
right around right hand command
that would be a little bit better. But the thing is that Luffy is gonna go up on this list, obviously, after this thing with Katakuri is done. So you gotta factor that in and why I'm saying that. So I'm factoring I'm factoring a little bit of like potential on like the Luffy and the Kid and the Laws and the Drakes, Apus, and Arujas on my list.
Garp was the last line of defense at Marineford.
He was the last line of defense because I mean
he was stronger than him.
I think it's because
he wasn't even supposed to be there, right? He wasn't supposed to be there.
No,
come on, bro. Everybody know Garp.
Well, no. He was supposed to be there.
No, because when he showed up, Sengoku was like, "Oh, Garp, you're gonna be up here?" Like Sengoku was surprised. He was like, "Yo, if I gotta take you down, I will."
Yeah, you guys gonna put like the list up so we can look at it? I was talking it down.
I don't think I can actually do that. Like from what I'm, because actually, all right, hold on. Because I need to make a whole Excel shit going on. So let me just.
King said he wasn't gonna do this shit.
Yeah, because I don't do this shit, dude.
Another reason why I had Rayleigh and it's so high in my list is because if y'all remember, he was put in the same breath as like Whitebeard as how fearsome he was. Garp, remember when he was talking about him, he said, "You want to go against two legends at the same time? That wouldn't be smart. We'd lose too many."
I mean, but we know Rayleigh's a legend, though. Just
Well,
but can't you say the same for Garp too, though?
No, you can't say the same for Garp
because he was a rival for Roger. What are you talking
Garp
about?
is definitely a legend.
You can't say
Yeah,
the same for Garp. No, I'm not taking anything away, but I would say it like back in the day. I would say that Rayleigh is probably Rayleigh would
Really
be
was stronger than Garp back in the
Yeah.
day.
No way, no
No,
way.
no, I disagree with that completely. Yeah.
They literally said Roger said he was the only one that put him on near death several times.
he. Well, we don't know the context of that though. That's the thing. We don't know if that was one-on-one battles. We don't know if it was one-on-one battles, and then the
Well, not
thing
even that.
is-
Like Smoker put Luffy to death on multiple occasions, so like it doesn't really
Right.
say much.
But we all expect
No, but
Smoker to
Smokey
get
was
stronger.
strong.
Okay.
Smokey was strong.
Smoker was strong.
Okay, wait
Yeah.
a second.
Smoker
Let me
was strong.
ask
Not
this
not
question.
that strong, not Garp strong. Like come on, bro.
Let me ask.
He
Let me
He was
ask
stronger than Luffy 3 times, Skip.
another reason
Yeah, that's my
why.
exact point.
Wait a second. Do y'all think that it was necessary for Garp and Sengoku to fend off Shiki? Do you
I don't.
think? Do you
No.
do you think
They
that
did it in 6
Sengoku?
hours,
Wait,
no.
wait a second. Do you think that Sengoku could have beat Shiki 1v1?
Yes.
I don't know
You
about.
think so?
I think Garp could have.
I think both could have.
Okay.
Yeah, wait,
wait.
why is Shiki relevant though? Shiki, like, I mean,
Well,
ended
in 6 hours.
because out of the people from this era, Rayleigh, you would group him with someone like Shiki, I would say.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shiki Roger level. Ain't Shiki Roger level?
Yeah.
Shiki,
Do
Roger.
you think Rayleigh was as strong as
um,
Goldie Roger?
No,
No.
Right. So why
So just to clarify what I was saying earlier.
Listen. When the end of One Piece comes, right? When the end of One Piece,
Zoro's not going to be stronger than Law and Kid.
No. How can you say?
I don't know about that.
How can you say that if Zoro's going to be the one that takes down Mihawk?
Yeah, I
And
don't
we
know
got
about that.
Mihawk so high up in the no. Listen.
We don't have Mihawk over any Yonko.
No, I agree with you on that part, man. I agree with you on that part.
We don't have Mihawk over any Yonko, right? But he's gonna be like what is gonna be the real difference between an admiral and a Yonko at that point in time, especially given the fact that most likely admirals could possibly defeat some Yonko.
Oh, that's rough, but I don't know.
You don't think? Okay, Akainu. Let's take Akainu for an example.
No.
Let's
I
take
think Akainu's the only one.
Akainu can probably defeat a Yonko. I would say Fujitora, maybe Fujitora.
I would say Akainu and Aokiji.
I don't think Fujitora could.
So
I don't think any of
I
them could. I don't think any of them can. Honestly. I really don't. I don't see
Somebody
it
has to be able to be one of them. Or
I mean, yeah, it can't
agree with
just
Akainu.
be it can't just be the Yonko or a landslide above the admirals. Like
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they're
why they're
not.
untouchable, bro.
Yeah, because here's things like the whole point here is that the Yonko, they dominate the most dangerous part of their world. The
Yeah.
Grand Line is paradise compared to what the Yonko actually run. And the fact of the matter is that we haven't got any Marines encroaching their territory. Akainu just put the Marine Corps into the New World. I like the very, very tip of the New World when they were close to like the to the Holy Land. But the Yonko still in that territory for a reason.
okay, but the thing is, so listen. Before the Marine headquarters weren't even in the New World. They just got moved to the New World, and maybe we don't know how that's going to impact anything. How the New World is run, or how the New World, or we don't know how much of an impact the Marines could have already had on the world of One Piece had they moved in the headquarters to the New World way sooner than what they had. The only reason why they did so was because of Akainu's sense of justice. So with that being said, we don't know how. I'm not saying that the Yonko system is going to be like taken down or anything because of the Marines moving their headquarters. What I am saying is that to say that they just rule this part of the sea, ungoverned.
I sent you the spreadsheet, Cole, if you want to check your Twitter.
Which is pretty much what it was.
Yeah,
It was
actually,
ungoverned.
too.
Now they're able to be checked a little bit more. I guess you could say that because Marines are more prevalent. What's up?
Did you have Rayleigh above or below Katakuri? I forget.
Above.
Yeah, above. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because if you had him like below, then I was gonna question like some people have them like below first commander. So I agree with you that I have like those people above first commanders, like kind of like the gap in between like admirals and then like first commander. That's why I have like the old man trio.
Yeah, I have them in like that middle ground.
Yeah, for me,
Can
like
you name your?
I'm one of the people who's it's fine. I'll finish up.
Hold on, Brago. I can't edit this shit. Fuck, man. Won't let me edit it.
You can't edit? All right, let me say this.
Actually, wait. I think
Yes,
I can
you can.
download it. No, I think you need because it's edit in browsers.
Well, that's the view only. I can send you the edit link.
Yeah. Send me the other link so I can edit it too. Yeah. Because then I'll just.
But yeah, anyway, I was gonna say, like, if Luffy beats Katakuri, then I'm not gonna. I don't think that after beating Katakuri, he would already be stronger than Rayleigh.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like this could be symbolic. And
like, the thing is, it's like,
do you believe that?
Going into.
It depends what his power up is or how his hockey blows.
Yeah,
because he's like we're still learning things that Rayleigh taught him. I don't know. I
feel like he's already.
I just put him higher.
I feel like he's already learned everything Rayleigh could teach him.
I just realized that I forgot Jimbe. Damn.
Jimbe's not top 30.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I think he's definitely stronger than Apu.
Well, not anymore after he lost his arm.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
No, Froob, you gotta stop that nonsense.
Get him out of here.
I think Jimbe is definitely top 30.
Well, I don't know why. Fucking
But
did you not scale Weevil at all?
Tried to make him top 30.
Wait, let me send you guys the. Hello.
Yo, Matt, did you not scale Weevil at all in your list?
No, well,
I
did.
so hard.
I mean, okay, well,
for me, because we wouldn't know.
Well, for me, yeah, because I Weevil my honorable mentions because I don't have them in my actual list. And actually, I do on points out too. For the people that are mentioning Greenbow, the reason why Greenbow is on the list, but we know nothing about Greenbow essentially, is because he has a rank, and the rank is
he's an admin.
Yeah, he's pretty easily scalable.
Exactly. There are certain ranks that are very malleable, and there are other ranks that you can't really say are
like
very
super
malleable. Right,
exactly. Warlord.
Exactly.
Warlords,
Yeah, there's no such thing as warlord level, and I've been saying this for years because like the scale of warlords is so vast. You got somebody as strong as Mihawk, and then you have somebody as weak as Buggy.
The way I skilled Weevil was that I thought, at least my perception going forward, is that I think Weevil's gonna fight Marco, so I have him basically like right below Marco, because I don't think Marco would lose to him.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, right, is so let's take somebody like Dofi for an example. Dofi could probably fight against Marco. He would probably inevitably lose as well. So where would you put him in terms of him and Weevil? Would you say that Weevil is stronger than Dofi, or would you say Dofi?
On my list, I had him above Dofi. Yeah.
All right, so I got the list on Braga. I just downloaded the list, dude, and I'm gonna show you my Excel file.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit.
I think the warlord level. I think that was kind of early in the story. It kind of seemed like Oda was hinting towards like, if you're a warlord, you're of a particular prestige or a level. Yeah. You know, like they always said, oh, he took down a Shichibukai, like, you know, and it was always kind of hyped up. So I think people kind of ran with that. It was like, okay, they're warlord level. I think even Crocodile said something to that effect. Can't remember exactly, but
one of the interesting things that I did see though in King's and Matt's list is that like if you go through them, like I can't remember both of them exactly, but they're heavily like tiered. So like you have like the supernovas all in one chunk. Yeah. Then you have like the right commanders and the commanders and the warlords in like one chunk. And then you have like the admirals, and then you have the Yonko and Dragon.
You know what's crazy?
I think most lists are like that.
You know,
the lists are pretty similar. To be honest,
it's crazy. It's crazy that there's no vice admirals in there, because there definitely should be.
Well, their portrayals kind of shit. So, I mean,
yeah, they haven't been really.
You gotta put like Momonga in there or something.
You have a few vice admirals that we're still holding out hope for, but for the most part,
I've given up on vice admirals.
I got hope.
I've given up.
Shout out to Braga, the new vice admiral, though.
I've given up. On vice admirals because at this point, it's just pointless to introduce a strong vice admiral.
I don't know. He could have been introduced in the draft.
Nah.
You still could, but I feel like that would just prolong the story, which is Oda's style anyway. So yeah, expect a strong vice admiral.
Nah, but like I could definitely see one like say Greenbow goes to Wano or something, and like he brings in like some like dude with him that's like a really strong vice admiral. You know what I mean? Like
honestly, we see Kobe again. He's a vice admiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe probably has the best.
And Smoker is going to be stronger when we see him again.
Yeah, Smoker too.
Yeah, I don't think he ever leaves that rank. So.
Because I'm trying to.
I see you trying to put make it
list
big
on
the screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it big enough. But okay, let me just do some stuff here. I'm trying to make it big enough. Well, no, not. Yeah, and by the way,
we got part of that shit.
Yeah, yeah. My shit is not no. Fuck that. No.
Wait,
no.
What?
My shit has the rib off for a goddamn reason. No.
I just want to say Dragon is not number 7 in the verse. That's it.
No,
Dragon's number 1. Dragon's number 1.
No,
I had Dragon.
He's top 5. He's at least top 5 in the verse.
He's top 10, yes, but I'm not gonna.
I give him respect that he's Luffy's dad, man.
Dragon is at least top 3.
Luffy's dad, Garp's son. Come on.
Do you see how everybody
okay,
reacts when you mention his name?
So, I mean, do you see how everybody reacts
I mean,
when you mention Big Mom's
think
name?
about it this way.
When
you gotta think
when you mention Kaido's name? When you mention Shank's name? When you mention Akainu's name or Aokiji's name?
I agree.
Niggas were shitting themselves when Aokiji. Whoa, oh shit.
I don't know.
I mean, come on, like you can say
that
like
makes
7
sense.
is a bad number, but like the only people he really has above him are the Yonko and 2 of the strongest admiral. So it's it's not like crazy.
Yeah. All right, so you guys, I'm listening, man. When it comes to the chart, I'm just gonna put it like this because I don't know where else to fucking put it where you guys can see the actual list.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. How you have it now.
Yeah. But like we're blocking the little stream thing, but whatever. And yes, the red bar staying there because listen, man, my Windows, my Microsoft Word and Excel, and they're old school. And if they're you're supposed to upgrade, but I don't do that, and that creates some legal stuff. But I'm like, fuck that shit. Like we okay, we good.
They can see it. It's fine.
Okay, fine. So I'll just do this. Boom. There we go. Friendly. Now, here's the thing. So the thing about Dragon, because I know we talked about Aokiji a lot, and then I said a piece on that one. I think it makes perfect sense to me. Because again, this is not a power matchup. This is not a DBZ fucking list. This is a One Piece list. And you have to be malleable when it comes to the characters. Otherwise, Garp has piss low endurance because he got bloodied by Gear 2 Luffy. So I don't see how that.
Power scaling is worse than Dragon Ball's power.
No, it's much better because it's far more malleable. It's like Hunter x Hunter. It's ever expanding. Dragon Ball's way too linear. It's like Bleach. They're too linear from power scaling standpoint. All right, they're way too linear because you know who's stronger than who simply by looking at who has the more reishi and then their base abilities, and that's it. That's what we really need. Their abilities are different, but their reishi is what the defining factor is for their overall combat. I.e., Kenpachi and Ichigo. Oh, I can't cut him.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah,
it's very simple there.
Ichigo is kind of the exception there.
Exactly. Yeah. So when it comes to Dragon. When I send my video, I'm going to stand by because my problem here is that with Dragon, there's 3 things that make him high on the list. But when it comes to actually him being top 5, I'm not going to grant him that at all. The first thing is the bounty. The second thing is the prestige. And the third thing is plot. And those are the 3 things that makes Dragon's bounty high. We know that he's going to have a big role in the story. That's from a plot standpoint. A massive role when it comes to the world government, when it comes to like uncovering that kind of stuff, his history, potentially like Luffy's mom kind of stuff as well. So that's going to be unfolded. When it comes to prestige, he's the son of a very famous Marine, Garp. He is the father of a very infamous pirate, Monkey D. Luffy. He's a D himself. And then finally, when it comes to bounty, he is the most wanted or the most notorious, whatever the translation is of that exactly, the most wanted man in the world. But the problem is that alone puts him in the top 10, but I can't say that puts him in top 5 because plot and plot being the foundation of that is not sufficient enough to make him top 5, let alone the strongest character in the verse.
Okay,
and when it comes to and then when it comes to bounty, we know the bounty system is massivly flawed from a power scaling standpoint. I.e.
Oh God.
What's
I'm
true?
taking your fist every time you say that.
No, it's true. No. I.e.
Head's spinning right now. I'm spinning from the center.
I.e. Baron Tamago. Baron Tamago has a higher bounty than Roronoa Zoro. Who are you betting on in a one-on-one fight between Baron Tamago and Zoro? Like seriously. Like, of course it's relevant.
Let's put.
It's
Let's
bounty
put.
system.
No. Wait a second. Let's put.
Tamago is kind of. Tamago ain't trash.
Let's put things.
He ain't trash, but is he beating Zoro in a fight?
No, listen.
You don't even know if Tamago can be killed.
Let's put things in the context real quick. Zoro hasn't had nearly as much time as Baron Tamago has had on the seas. Zoro's bounty is going to keep rising. Baron Tamago's is probably at a standstill and probably has been for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When you think about this role on Big Mom's crew, like I'm not.
And also, Pearl
there are
got
reasons for that.
Like, do you think you could just attack me with my bounty? You know my bounty is, so it's implying strength if it plays a heavy.
Yeah, and whenever Luffy brings up Katakuri, he's like, "I'm gonna beat the 1 billion berry bounty man." Like,
yeah. Okay, hold on. But again, like this is not a measure. Okay, for example, this is a clear obvious example that you can't
you're
ignore.
gonna bring up Usopp and Chopper.
No, I'm bringing Nico Robin. Nico Robin, she had a 79 million berry when she was a kid. Mm-hmm. Why? Because she knew secrets that the world government didn't want her to know.
Right. And but when they respond to Dragon's name, it's more obvious that it's not just he has a secret.
No. The dude, of course he knows shit. He knows shit about the world government that obviously they wouldn't want to know. And not only that, but he is a major person in the One Piece world that is actively seeking the destruction of the world government system, which is why you always have Cyberpole cats there. You have CP0 there when they're chasing, or when they're trying to tail Sabo and Koala for a reason. The bounty system, we know for a fact, is not a power scaling system. It is partly power scaling, but it's also partly what the enemy of the world government has at their disposal. Again, there's no Kid Nico Robin is of the same bounty tier as Crocodile pre-time skip. Fuck no, of course not. She's not as strong as freaking Crocodile pre-time skip, but she had to have a bounty because of the shit that she knew.
I don't think any secret is gonna get the most bounty.
Crocodile's pre-time skip.
Yeah, but Cole, when you think about people that go up against the establishment, like they're typically like different. Like they're just made different, and I feel like Dragon is just one of those.
And Crocodile's bounty,
which is why which is why I'm giving him. Dude, you have no idea how many cats complain to me about putting Dragon over fucking Mihawk. Okay, because like I said in the video, I think Mihawk has more weight from a plot and story standpoint to be in the top 5 than Dragon does.
It depends on where you see the plot going, honestly.
I think that's a little bit
straight
up.
Really?
We know that this guy had daily
so.
duels with Shanks, and Shanks is one of the strongest dudes in the verse.
Yeah, but the thing is like,
and he's the world's
Theory brings that
strongest
up all the
swordsman.
time. Apparently, the actual translation is a duel with Shanks.
Yeah, it's just one duel.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, fine, fair enough. But he still dueled Shanks, and as far as you know, he's the world's greatest swordsman. Now that doesn't mean greatest fighter, but world's greatest swordsman. Fair enough. And again, this comes down to the fact that the bounty system we know in One Piece is not just given for people that are powerful. It's also people that have weight in the story that clearly goes against the world government. And if it's just plot, I'm sorry, plot alone just cannot be the reason why.
Two things,
I think it's biased, bro. Because you got Blackbeard.
No. Well, no. Blackbeard has the power of the Goro Goro no Mi, dude.
But he's also a no-vice in terms of being a top tier.
Wait, hold on. He's a nobody?
I said he's a no-vice in terms of being a top tier. Like he's new to this top tier shit.
No.
So he's outworked.
That's why I gave Blackbeard number 4 on the Yonko, but you have the rank of Yonko. As far as you know, that's the highest combat rank, Yonko. As far as you know in the story,
among pirates. Dragon's not a pirate.
Okay, hold on. Last thing though, what is the Revolutionary Army head rank? What does that rank mean in the overall scheme of One Piece? We don't know.
They get whatever that rank is. It correlates to having the highest bounty in the verse.
His highest bounty and his rank are two separate things entirely. They're two separate things entirely. Okay, we discussed beforehand how you have the Shichibukai and you have the Supernova, and also the Vice Admiral as well. Throw them in there too. Their ranks are very malleable, meaning you can be as weak as Buggy, but as strong as Bartholomew Kuma. You can be we have Smoker and Virgo, both Vice Admirals. Virgo coasted the living piss out of Smoker, but they both have the same rank. But when it comes to the Yonko, when it comes to Admiral, their rank so far has been sturdy and steady. These are the strongest people on the seas in the most dangerous part of their world. Now, we know that Dragon has been doing some stuff in the North Blue. We know that Dragon has been amassing some kind of force, and he has his generals, and they're trying to get together and shit like that. Blackbeard is not considered among the Yonko. From a rank standpoint, right then and there, he supersedes Dragon. He's Yonko. He's one of the 4 greatest people on the planet.
Pirates.
Who Sengoku put as one of the people. Listen, the only other people. Listen, honestly, if I want to be if I want to be fair and have that rank mean something, then I put Kong as number 1. Say fuck it. Because I don't listen, dude. Like that, that's nothing. No. Kong is different. No. Kong is the head of. He's commander in chief of the world government, dude.
Okay, but at the same time, we really don't know what that is. We don't know if that's just a desk job.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's a figurehead thing.
And that's my point.
No. I don't agree with y'all on that whole Kong thing because it was pointed out that he was the former fleet admiral.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't know.
He was moved up to commander in chief for a reason. He's at Mary Joy's for a reason. So let's not go there. Yeah, we don't know what he can do, but he's probably gonna be pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, all I'm saying is obviously he's not going to be weak.
He's not weak, but
Oda wouldn't draw a character like that, like the way he looks, and draw a weak character. Like the dude looks buff as shit. But the thing is like we don't know if the commander-in-chief position is a position that you would get off of strength. Kind of like how the fleet.
It's not a strength job. It's like a retirement. It's like you segue into retirement. So if I
feel like Sengoku would probably be the commander if he wanted to right now.
I don't think it's strength. I think it's more prestige and tenure.
Yeah, probably. Well, again, probably that's what I'm saying. But again, we have certain ranks that are like, okay, well, you have your first mates, you have your Yonkos, you have your admirals. There are certain ranks where you can say, okay, like, so we can kind of gauge how powerful these people are based on their rank, because there hasn't been any inconsistency in that rank. When it comes to the admirals are all even Greenbow was mentioned by Flamingo to be a monster, like Fujitora. Fujitora's a monster, Greenbow's a monster. So we know that when it comes to admiral, he lives up to that rank. But again, you have Shichibukai like Buggy, who are absolutely piss poor in combat ability. They can't do shit. They suck. You have people like Vice Admirals, is Momongo gonna be able to compete with Garp, or is the other guy with the Rokishi stuff, like the Dalmatian dude, whatever his name is he gonna be on the same tier as Virgo, or is he better than Smoker? We don't know, because the rank is so malleable. The one dude, in Dressrosa, the guy with the shark, or not the shark, the the one guy that Sabo just Maynard. Bastille, I think it is. Yeah, no, Maynard's Vice Admiral. He got coasted off screen by freaking, I think, Bartolomeo, and then Bastille got done in by Sabo. Like, easy. They're both Vice Admirals. Maynard sucks. He got
but I think it's like
off
a base.
screen.
I think it's a base requirement to get to a certain rank, but you can be as strong as you want in that rank before. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there are certain ranks that are
different level.
Right, yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, the ranks are so malleable. But then there are certain things where you can gauge off of that with ranks, and that's why Blackbeard, because he's of that rank, he has to be at least that high, which is number 4, not number 3, number 2, number 1, in my personal opinion. With Dragon, the rank of being the head of the Russian army, that's not a rank. You can't gauge from his status, meaning like you can't gauge from his position. You can't do that.
Yeah, but you can gauge it when they deem him as the world's most dangerous criminal. That means over the Yonko, who you gave them the title, over any supernova, anybody, you deem him as your greatest threat. It can't be alone.
Wait, Cole, do you think Dragon has a gauge on like the combat abilities of the world government?
Yeah.
You know, I think he does. I think that this dude.
Do you think he would have to assemble a squad that can compete?
I think that Dragon is between the gap of Admiral and Yonko. I think that's where he lies. I think he is that.
I agree with that.
I think he's that powerful.
So you moving him up past Akainu then? Because Akainu's an admiral.
No. Because I think
I got Dragon at 1.
Because I think Akainu and Kuzan. I think Sakazuki and Kuzan are also above that rank too. I think that they've showcased it, especially Kuzan, who dominates in the world of One Piece. Yes.
Well, I think especially Akainu, because he beat someone. Another he actually won against another.
Disrespect right now.
Honestly, as far as Dragon goes, like, as long as he's in top 7, top 10, let's just say as long as he's in the top 10.
I think top 10 is fair.
I mean, another thing is like
he's in my top 10. He's in my top fucking 10.
I think top 7 is fair.
On bounty, prestige, and plot alone, dude.
You hype this character up and he's not top 5 in the verse.
Dude, that's like me saying that Vegapunk, who has massive plot, is gonna be able to coach Big Mom. No, wait, hold on. No. What do you mean? Come on, Vegapunk has massive plot. Wait, are you serious? Does he not?
No, not as much. Not really. Vegapunk, I wouldn't put Vegapunk even in like top 15, even based off like the prestige that we have.
I want to put him in top 30 at all.
Top 30. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you're not using that example with
what I'm saying, no.
We all know he's not a fighter.
Well, here's the thing, though, because we're basing this on the weight of the plot of the story of the character. Because Dragon has massive plot, he has massive prestige, because again, he's the father main character. But
we're taking context into it as well, though.
Of course you do that, and that's why he's top 10. But in no way, shape, or form do you put him in top 5.
Why?
No way, shape.
No way, shape, or form. Dude, Mihawk has more. Mihawk. Listen, no, it's not biased at all, because Mihawk has more weight than him, and I put him over Mihawk. Right? I have too many niggas complaining about Mihawk being under Dragon. Too many people.
You think Mihawk has more weight?
Again, this is the strongest characters list. If this was the most important characters in the goddamn world, Dragons is clearly top 3. I'm not even denying that shit. But
I mean, the thing that Mihawk is going for him is the title, right? Because Shanks and Big Mom both have swords, so it's like hard to scale Mihawk versus them.
Listen, dude.
Mihawk also has portrayal to be among Shanks and Whitebeard. Whenever Oda mentions like legends, like in SBS, like Oda was like, just imagine legends among men, Whitebeard, Shanks, and Mihawk staring each other down.
But I don't really like that. But I know what I know what you mean. I don't like that.
People have made. Listen, there's that's what I'm saying. Like Dragon, because Dragon and I think also Kid kind of suffer the same fucking issue. It's like we know that these characters have massive plot roles. I understand that. I acknowledge that fully. Okay, but I'm not going to give them. I'm not going to say Kid is as strong as Luffy. I'm not going to say Dragon is as strong as Blackbeard or Big Mom or Shanks simply because the plot dictates that these characters have massive weight in the story. I can't do that.
I mean, Dragon not getting no gift by Magellan, bro.
Yo, by the way,
I'm not saying that.
I'm not. Dude,
he's 7.
Blackbeard D.
Like this dude is 2. He's literally 2 from the top 5. And no, well, that's inexcusable. That's nutty, bro. Come on, man. That is that is some Looney Tune status right there, man.
He's been hyped up in the story so long, King. It's just the beginning of the story. There's no way he's not top 5 in the verse.
He's been, dude.
Wait. Just me personally. I wouldn't put Mihawk over Dragon. I understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I understand though, but I wouldn't put Mihawk over Dragon. And then who else is there? Yeah, that's the only person that I can say like for sure, like indefinitely, that I would not put over Mihawk. Everybody else that you have over Mihawk, I can understand. Like I can understand Black or over Dragon. Like I can understand Blackbeard, Kaido, like everyone.
Let me ask this: is there an argument to be made that Mihawk could be taken out before Zoro gets to that level?
Yes,
definitely.
It's very real.
He could.
I really like the Shiryu theory.
Right?
No.
Down to Mihawk. That's
the only listen. The only way that I like the Shiryu theory, is if he in fact
gets Josu's fruits. Yeah,
gets Josu's fruit.
Yeah, they don't get off screen.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out really quick though is that it's pretty interesting. After looking at the chart, there's 15 people who did it, and we have 5. For number 1, we have 5 Kaidos, 5 Shanks. 5 Kaidos, 5 Dragons, 4 Shanks, and of course Tai with the 1 Big Mom. We're almost exactly tied on everything. So if Tai would have put Shanks, we would have had 5, 5, 5.
Oh wow. I mean,
Tai's Big Mom as number 1. That's interesting.
He also has Marco.
Marco is.
Tai is the craziest, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Because you think about it, they got Big Mom at number 1 and Katakuri's on your top 30.
Dude, come on. Last year, Tai said Shuzo was Admiral level.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wild shit, man.
Sanji's Admiral level?
Apparently.
No, he said Struzen.
No, Taekwon, the most ridiculous thing Taekwon has ever said is that Virgo had better portrayal than Katakuri.
Hey man,
hold on, wait.
That's a big XG, man.
He has Jack in like his top 10. That's kind of wow. I mean, listen, man. Like, I want Ty to be here to speak for himself, but I mean, right now that list is just for me. I don't understand how that works.
Have you ever finished that list, or you just see the top 10?
No, because remember he was on the stream and then he was throwing names out. Then we had the whole argument.
Whatever. Like I'm
it's like down. Right? How we had? I was like, yo, how do you have Sanji on the list and Katakuri's not on here? And then
he's like, whatever. That's on there.
Well, yeah, he did say he had Katakuri on it though.
He made a new list and Katakuri's on there.
His actual list, Katakuri is on the list.
Katakuri,
I never seen his list yet.
I think Katakuri is 26 from our.
Something like that. Yeah. Above him.
All right,
so Tomorrow's above him.
So what I'm gonna do right now is before we get to the next section of the list, I want to talk about well, let me get to some donations first. So we have so GX6 donated $10 Canadian who said keep up the good work, bro, much appreciated, bro. We have Kuro Tengetsu who donated $2. Here's it's your boy P Sauce here. Okay, that's whatever.
I just started hearing a lot of background.
Tepesto resub for 3 months on Twitch. Good stuff. As did Hockey XXX. We subscribed for 2 months. You have Mega Buster, VP Mega Buster for 21 months strong on Twitch. Only 3 months, only 3 more months, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy for 2 years. I got you. Testicular Turmoil on Twitch as well for 1-tier subscription. Good stuff. Creatively Created, $10 donation on donation. You forgot to mention one of the strongest characters in the top 30. I'm talking about top 5 Judge and honorable mention. Adam Wood.
Where's the shirt, yo?
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, I got a copper shirt soon.
We have Kraus who donated €5 through Super Chat. If a dying really old injured Whitebeard done so much damage and was a monster, imagine Kong going all out. Do you think he'd be able to fight or beat a Yonko? Kong now? No. I think he's mega old. I think Kong is like 70-something years old. One Piece, we know your power grows over time.
Whitebeard is not normal. Everything Whitebeard did, we will never see that again.
Exactly.
Like, that was different.
Yeah, exactly. So Whitebeard
that was said to be the only man that rivaled Goldie Roger.
Yeah.
Let's
Garb
wasn't really.
Yeah, Garb was the only. Yeah.
No. They did not.
It was never stated that Garb was rivaled, by the way.
They never said he rivaled him. They just said he
Roger never
cornered
said
him.
Roger
They said
never
he.
said-
No. They said he cornered him.
Right.
Multiple times. That is a very vague statement. Saying that this is the only man that rivals you, there's no room for like looking or taking that any different way than what it is given to you.
Because you can say that you can say that Smoker cornered Luffy many times.
Exactly. And he has.
Yeah, but Smoker was stronger than Luffy for most of the beginning part of the story.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that when Smoker did that, he was trash in comparison to the broad spectrum.
Yeah, but if your comparison as far as the strength, like Smoker and his gap between Smoker and Luffy at that time, it was far greater.
Okay, no. Put it this way. Let me put it this way. Let me explain it. Okay. Say Smoker never does anything for the rest of the story, and he stays at the same strength. When Luffy becomes Pirate King level, you can still say that Smoker cornered him multiple times in the New World.
But y'all smarter than that. Y'all know damn well Garp is not nowhere in comparison to Smoker. He was around that tier when he was fighting.
I mean, it's very possible that Smoker and Garp. Yeah, but it's very possible that Smoker and Garp. Yeah, so.
I mean, like, I feel like y'all arguing just to argue. Like, everybody knows
that Dragon's dad.
I'm not sleeping on Garb. I'm not sleeping on Garb in any in any breath.
Yeah, but it's not we're arguing just to argue. Obviously, we think Garp is strong. I don't think anyone here thinks Garp is weak, but we're just comparing it to Whitebeard and Roger. We don't know if he's actually was on that level.
Right.
Yeah, he's top 15.
Listen, man,
as far as we know, Roger's the strongest dude to exist within the past 50 years of One Piece. Just like the strongest pinnacle dude.
I think Whitebeard was
like if there's top tiers, then there's the god tier. Like he'd be in the god tier realm where he's just too damn good.
So
Put it this way.
Two people in the god tier then. Whitebeard, Roger and
Whitebeard.
And Shiki. Shiki was a rival.
I don't think so.
It was stated, bro. It was stated that he was the strongest.
I would put Shiki in there too.
In God tier?
He estimated Garp's presence at Marineford. Did y'all see how everybody reacted?
What did they say about Shiki? Wait, what did they say about Shiki? I don't remember.
They put Shiki in the same breath as Roger and Whitebeard.
But it could be just from the movie instead of the manga.
How about this?
I was thinking an SBS question type thing. From the data books.
Put Garp in Whitebeard's shoes in Marineford. Do you think Garp is going as hard as Whitebeard did?
No. Whitebeard is different.
Whitebeard was on a whole different level, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was something else.
Yeah, well,
see, that's what I'm saying. When we say that he's on his level, Whitebeard was sick as shit too when that happened. So I'm saying, do we really think Garp's tanking all those punches and still just dumpstering Akainu like that? I don't think so.
He hurts.
Garp got hit by Gear 2nd Luffy and he bleeds like shit. That's.
Come on, bro. Bro, come on, fam.
All right, okay, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. All right, hold on, yo. Let me just get to the other donations first because we got some cats that got us their piece. So, Shady Water donated $10. Who said, "What about Crocodile? Where would you place him? Nowhere. Honestly, but I'll continue. Based on your top 30 character video,
Crocodile gets shit
Crocodile's
because of everything that happened pre-time skip.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like okay,
rightly so.
I think he's around Dolphin level.
I think he gets more shit on than he should because he was very powerful.
Yeah.
At the time.
I would say, exactly. Yeah, I would say I would say he's top 40, top 50, but I don't think he's
definitely top 50.
Yeah, his crew helps him at that spot. Yeah,
top 50.
Yeah. But I continue though. I feel like Crocodile gets the same bad credit as Enel gets being by exactly by P. Greer Luffy. I think he's still crazy strong and has unique mastery over Duffer abilities. I agree with that too. But we'll get that real soon. We have Kuro Tensei donated $10 through Super Chat. It's not just a direct comparison. Aokiji has a wider range of abilities, and truthfully, something has a higher combat effectiveness against others as compared to Akainu's raw strength. That is part of the reason, Kuro. That is part of the reason why I have him over Akainu. But if you want to get back to that one, we'll get that back. We'll go back to that one. That one.
Hey man,
maybe.
I seen people come back from getting frozen. I don't know how many people come back from getting like
after like being like thawed out. Like God knows. He put them in cryostasis pretty much. Like, that's
bro,
dude.
Dofi shook out of that, man. And Whitebeard.
Because he's fucking Dofi and Whitebeard too. Absolutely.
Ace didn't get out of that.
Like because he's Ace. Because he's Ace. He ain't Dofi. He ain't Dofi or Whitebeard.
Casual magma fist.
Zack Soldier first. We subscribe.
Hey, the Ace slander got stopped.
Zack Soldier first. We subscribe for 1 tier for 1 month. For 1 tier subscription for 2 months. Stinky Pug. We subscribe for 2 months. 1 tier subscription.
That's a great name.
We have Stinky. Croco Top 30 donated $3. Wiseman Crocodile not top 30. Take that fat man Jozu off. Also, Akainu is stronger.
I'm not gonna lie, King. Jozu with one arm probably shouldn't be on the list, bro.
No, I think he is. Because again, like, okay, well, I'll get to Jozu real soon. Okay, but
Kuma shouldn't be on there either. Kuma shouldn't be
on there. We have that.
Then we have
because Kuma right now is getting manhandled by Kid, but
we have
wait.
All right, wait. Okay, wait.
That's actually true though.
Wait. Hold on. God Usopp donated $5 and said, "You're the only one who really cares about the matchup aspect of things, apparently." Yeah, I can't really. People are starting to understand what I'm talking about when it comes to matchups, right? It's a hard thing to kind of shake off.
Yeah.
People are used to the whole, DBZ concept.
Yeah.
The Unknown donated $1. Good stuff. Lord Eisen donated $15. What would Luffy have to show to move up in the top 30? He has to improve his Gear 4, honestly. Just have no stamina issue or very low stamina issue with Gear 4, and Luffy, he's risen dramatically, honestly.
I don't know if it's just Gear 4. I don't know if it's just Gear 4.
No, his base.
His base. Yeah. If he does something like crazy in his base form, then I'm like, okay, we have
if
to
he learns, if he does what he thinks he's going to do in the Katakuri fight, which is
what if another level of Haki? Like he has, like, Katakuri.
Like Katakuri?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another stage.
Yeah. But like, what's
not necessarily observation? It could be Armin as well.
Yeah, we already know he's probably going to
crazy if he does it.
He's probably going to learn how to.
So hold on, wait. So we have another donation from Big Haired Nig from the rest. He says, and this is probably for Matt. Apu's ugly ass shouldn't even be top 100. How's God?
Wait, why is he roasting Apu like that?
How in God's green earth does anyone put him over Zoro? Question mark.
To be fair, they have the same bounty. They have the same bounty.
Pretty easily. No, Apu's is higher than Zoro's.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have
Apu's bounty was the only Supernova's bounty, other than Law, to double over the time skip.
Yeah, he has a higher bounty than Hawkins too.
Mm-hmm.
His bounty doubled, bro.
Yeah, Hawkins has the same with Zoro, actually.
You start playing that music they played during the anime.
Hey, man, how much would Zoro's be if he was a captain, man?
Yeah, he'd be like
600. Guess what? He's not a captain.
Put a Billy.
Probably should be.
Really quickly, I'm going to get to the last section of the donations in the description. So Madrid on Twitch, subscribe. Good stuff, Madrid. You should have been to that, bro, honestly. Madi, who donated $2. Usopp has 200 million bounty. Clearly, bounty does not equal power. Clearly.
After a certain level, bounty does equal power.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Wait. After what?
After a certain point, yeah.
What is it? Hold on.
If you have a 1 billion bear,
Silver 000 donated $2.
Yeah.
Hold on. Silver 000 donated $2. Said shoutouts to Dritz and Matt B. Fuck the Jorge. And then Shaggy Bones donated
I second that.
regular donation. Gaimon top 10, and that is it so far. So once again, guys, if you guys want to donate, do all kind of fun stuff, just do your thing. I'll read it obviously. And also, I do want to say this as well. In the future, I am not setting up now, but in the future, for Twitch in particular, if you're going to be a tier 3 subscriber, I will let you into streams. Straight up. I'll let you into streams. But that's something that I'm working on. Because the tier 3 subscriber is a lot of money, and if you're able to, and if you actually do that,
how much is tier 3?
What if I'm tier 2?
$25 a month, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how much.
So I'm tier 2. What do I get?
Yeah. If you're tier 2, your comments will be viewed first and foremost among all the other commenters.
Hey,
but I just have to. Yeah, but I just have to set it up yet. I haven't set up yet for the stuff yet. So that's gonna be the near future when it comes to streams. And for YouTube, I'm not too sure when it comes to any type of paywall for entering to streams. But for Twitch, that's already set up. Tier 3 subscribers, if you want in, you're in.
King, I'm a Patreon. What do I get?
Yeah, I'm tier 2.
My Patreon's dead, bro. But hey,
I want a refund.
Dang, Cole, you don't say that out loud.
It's dead. It's dead. Because Patreon, I don't like the side. I really don't. It's iffy, man. Like, I'd rather just do streams and get people what they want through streams and be interactive in that sense, as opposed to rely on Patreon. Because Patreon, I don't think I'm that. How do you say? Like, I'm not an artist. I'm not a musician. Like, I'm a fat black guy that talks about manga. So, you know,
that's art, man. Hey, yeah, but you're still making content, though. So.
That's art,
man. That's art? What the fuck?
What do you do?
I don't know about that.
Not everyone can be a big black guy making content.
If that's art, I want to see make that art.
Yo, okay, so let's, I think, talk about, in the list, I think a lot of folks had an issue with Shanks and Kaido because those two were, in my personal opinion, those two were very interchangeable. All right, I think that Shanks or Kaido can be number 1. I don't know
how you ever found 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, because some folks have Dragon on number 1. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I have Dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but that was an issue in some folks' mind, but I don't think it's a big issue among us. For me personally, I don't see the issue with. I don't see why folks think that Sabo is like near Luffy per se. I don't really understand
that changes depending on where you think Luffy is right now.
Yeah, I think it does too. Yeah, I think it does too. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, let's just factor it this way. Back whenever they were younger,
welcome to the
Sabo
family.
stronger than Luffy.
Yeah.
Okay, he's stronger.
Yes.
All right. Who went out to sea first, or who was out in the world, doing things first? Sabo. Sabo learned hockey at an earlier age.
17.
Dude, it's like I don't even know how people even go on to debate that.
I think Gear 4 just fucking Sabo up.
Look, Sabo was strong. I personally
fucking a lot of people.
Wait a second. Listen, I personally think that Sabo was stronger than Luffy before he ate his devil fruit, and after he eats his devil fruit, he only grows in strength. He only increases that even more.
I think that Luffy after this arc will probably be ahead of Sabo at Dressrosa, but Sabo's like doing stuff with the revolutionaries right now, which will probably up him up along with Luffy and still be higher than Luffy.
I
wouldn't even put Luffy ahead of Sabo after this arc. But
Sabo's not beating Katakuri.
Yeah, because
Sabo's not beating Katakuri, bro.
No, Sabo's not beating Katakuri based off what?
Well,
why are you saying he is? What are you
showing versus Fujitora?
You said what?
Based off his showing versus Fujitora, wasn't it?
Based off his showing against Fujitora,
it wasn't anything impressive.
It was a stalemate.
Yeah, but he didn't show anything impressive.
He didn't show anything impressive. How many people have we seen fight an admiral the way that we saw Sabo fight an admiral, Froob?
Not many.
Luffy?
Thank you. No. Luffy did not fight Fujitora. Let's stop this. Let's stop with this running joke. Luffy did not fight against Fujitora. No, he didn't.
He was calling out attacks. He was fighting him.
He was calling out attacks, Dustin. Come on, bro.
We're talking about him, bro. Whether you think about it or not, he was fighting him.
Dude, so you're gonna
that's not a
if Arnage didn't interfere, that would have kept going. Arnage interfered. Legit.
You compare the fight. You're telling me you compare the fight between Luffy and Fujitora to the fight with Sabo and Fujitora.
It was basically the same shit.
You put those on the same caliber?
They were both clashes.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, when Dustin said if Hadrian didn't interfere, the fight would have went on, you make it sound like Luffy was about to kill Fujitora and Hadrian saved him.
It could be Fujitora going to kill Luffy. It could have go either way.
I know, I'm just saying.
I'm saying, like, Nah, man. Y'all gotta.
But Fuji didn't take it.
Yeah, personally, I don't think that's going either way after like everything that happened at that point.
That's what you were saying. Sabo doesn't beat Luffy in Gear 4?
No, I think people underestimate the strength of Gear 4. Gear 4 is Admiral level strength.
It's not the strength. It's
but I don't think we've seen everything yet though. When it comes to
that
Sabo.
doesn't mean he can't beat him in the time limit.
No, he's not gonna beat Sabo in the time limit. Let's stop.
I remember Sabo's training.
He's no. Nobody, no top tier is getting defeated in 20 minutes. Like
I cannot.
No one's been defeated in 20 minutes yet.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's just
like I just had to bring up the
Gamma Knife.
That's the time limit.
No. Let's be honest.
Nobody will be okay after the Red King Kong gun. Nobody.
Let's be honest here.
King Kong gun is
no. Wait a second. Before you go into the thing of Gear 4, or before you go into the thing of King Kong gun, Gear 4 just puts Luffy at that level to where he's able to fight against these top tiers for extended periods of time, and where he can damage them. It doesn't make it an automatic, he's just like, he's not only increasing the gap, but he's passing it. No, he's not doing that. He's not defeating any of these top tiers with the first time Gear 4th. It's not happening.
But everybody, a lot of people agree if he doesn't have a time limit, this nigga's Admiral level.
But he has a time.
No.
You can't take the strength away because of the time limit.
No. Okay, hold on. Here's the thing. No, wait, hold on. Here's the thing about Gear 4 that we know for certain. Gear 4, when in particular the King Kong gun, that level of DC, meaning what he can destroy, the strength of it too, his raw physical strength ups drastically. To where he's stronger than Diamond Jozu, arguably, because Diamond Jozu couldn't break through the strings, but Luffy could. Luffy could break through the strings. Now, if you want to argue, okay, fine. But as far as you know, Diamond Jozu couldn't, but he could. We know that the King Kong gun is physically the most powerful one of the most powerful punches we see in the verse. It's up there with like the Elizabeth punch. It's up there with let's say like major punches that we've seen thus far. But speed wise, he's also pretty damn good too. Because this dude, from a speed standpoint, Dolphy could react to meteorites in his fucking face. He didn't see the what's called the Rhino Schneider, like the Rhino Schneider, right? Yeah.
The Culverin.
Actually, he did actually see it coming, but he couldn't dodge.
Exactly.
It was like too late, basically.
Because he put armor and hockey on his face.
Exactly. But that's it. The problem here is the Gamma Knife is some true shit, because we already discussed that the Gamma Knife, he wasn't recovering from his wounds. He was just repairing his wounds. He wasn't recovering.
He just holding himself in place.
Exactly.
Trust me, Brago's told us like all the. He's a Brago fan.
Brago's right. Brago is right. He's on the money.
I know, but he's a Dolphy fanboy, so I know he.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Listen, man. But I think Brago's on the money because I think it was shown where he even says himself, this is just some emergency patchwork. Like, I'm still fucked up. I'm still really fucked up. But that ability, from a strength standpoint, from a speed standpoint, I think mainly from a strength standpoint and from a DC standpoint, he's now teetering on Admiral level. He's not there yet because he still lacks the stamina and the ability of the Gear 4. It's a great ability overall, but we've seen Fujitora literally levitate all the debris, and he had that shit levitating forever while he was fighting against Luffy casually. Flamingo did the same thing, kind of, where he had the birdcage. He had the birdcage up while his internal organs were fucked up, and he was still doing massive things, like crazy attacks, while the birdcage was up. So Luffy has to be able to sustain Gear 4 for a very long time, be able to use high degrees of haki, and then we can say, okay, fine. Maybe
but those examples you just gave counteract what you were just saying, because Luffy's using hockey with that. Those guys weren't using. Fujitora wasn't using hockey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't need to. They don't need to, because from an ability standpoint, they're already superior. Luffy needs the hockey to back it up. That's what I'm saying.
Fujitora is always using hockey, though.
I'm talking about to make those things levitate. That was his devil.
No, he's talking about observation.
No. I'm
just see around like his surroundings and stuff.
I'm talking about him always using hockey. Like, he's literally, Fujitora is always using hockey. There's not a single moment that he's breathing that he's not using hockey.
Yeah, because he's sensing the aura and shit.
He uses hockey literally to do everything that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's blind, so he can't see.
So he is using hockey while he's doing that. Like the admiral, the durability of admirals is just on a whole nother level.
But it's about the concentration, because Luffy
no. Wait, hold on, Matt. Let's be clear here, all right? I can't say the durability, but the overall combat ability is much higher.
Okay,
because here's the thing, right? If Luffy was able to hit Fujitora with a King Kong gun solid, Fujitora is getting decimated. He's getting decimated. Now, granted,
I don't know what you mean by
is he going?
Wait,
Okay.
He's taking heavy damage. Yeah.
He's taking.
You would definitely take
He's not getting decimated.
Take a hit.
Come
Yeah.
on, bro. If he takes a direct hit clean.
No,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, but that's not going to be a one-hit KO.
Okay, but I don't know.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Another reason is like Fuji controls gravity.
Do you mean literally one shot when you say decimated, or you just mean extremely fucked up?
I mean extremely fucked up because I think that if Flamingo didn't have the internal organ damage, he would have gotten fucked up by the King Kong gun, but still been active.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
Didn't Flamingo still block the punch?
Getting like, what are you saying? So if Fujitora's at 100%, if he takes a King Kong gun, is he not blocking or is he blocking this?
He's
King
not
Kong?
blocking. He's taking it clean.
Why would I mean, but that's not okay.
I think
no. Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
If we go by Pokemon logic, are we saying it's a critical hit?
It's for the sake of argument. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying that Fujitora took a King Kong gun, but that's the thing.
Oh yeah. Anybody's taking that no damage, no blocking.
Nobody's just
Maybe only person. Maybe I'm looking at not Akainu. Maybe Kaido.
Kaido and Big Mom.
Kaido, I think might tank it.
The only two cats, I would probably.
Kaido and Big Mom.
Maybe Big Mom as well.
Maybe Big Mom. But it's like it's a few people that's doing it.
Yeah.
How many people are tanking it? No Yonko is taking a direct clean hit from a King Kong gun.
I think Kaido Big Mom.
I mean, bro, Kaido definitely.
Kaido.
Nah, man.
Big Mom gets her fat back.
Kaido, Shanks,
I think Big Mom takes a little damage.
All of these dudes.
I think she gets the fat back in the barrier, bro.
All of these dudes are getting this. Look. They're taking the hit. They're going to be damaged from it, but they're getting up. Like that is not
they're getting
up. KO
They're
to
definitely getting up.
Yeah, but you got to think about it this way: Kaido fell from an entire island and was only like barely phased.
You got a headache.
How many King Kong guns does it take to bring down Kaido?
we have
what are we talking about here? Are we talking about base form Kaido, Devil Fruit Kaido, or like?
We don't know if Kaido has.
Damn, how many versions of Kaido Federal got? Yeah.
No. We're obviously talking about base Kaido because we don't even know if Kaido has a Devil Fruit. We don't know.
We don't know if that was.
This nigga got a smile, man.
Got smiles and everything. Come on.
Seen a smile transform.
Stuff. I mean, like if you look at like how many feats and stuff, like he's able to take the guillotine, spears and stuff. I mean, we could assume he's not gonna get hits. Like he'll take the punch will come, but like he's gonna tank it.
Yeah. Like
nah, that's just hype. That's just your hype.
Nah, I think that he could take the punch. I mean,
I think the majority of people are dodging it if they see him charging that up.
It's ridiculous to say he can't take any punch. Come on, bro.
He can take
a punch. But he can't die.
Dustin, let me ask a question.
Go ahead,
How much? What's the difference in King Kong gun and Kong gun that you would say? Like how much is the difference? Because Big Mom literally tanked a Kong gun, like it was nothing. So you don't think that she would be able to do the same with the King Kong gun?
No.
Dude, Froob. No matter what you say, she tanked it. She was not phased from it at all.
Okay, but like the thing is, I understand. Like compare Big Mom to Katakuri. Like Katakuri cannot block a Gear 4th punch. She has to.
But we're talking about Yonko right now.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the difference between a King Kong gun and a Kong gun is the difference between a king and a prince.
I mean, the only way I can change that up is a Kamehameha and a Super Kamehameha.
A prince is royalty and has a certain degree of power, but a king is on a whole nother fucking level and tier. That's what I'm saying. That's the comparison.
Yeah, but what kind of
explanation is that?
What I'm saying,
this is One Piece, yo. That's a multiplier.
What I'm saying, though, Dustin, is like we're trying to like understand it even more.
Because King Kong gun, he's charging up.
King Kong gun is on another level of a Kong gun.
Yeah, because he's charging up basically when he's hitting the...
I understand that, but you
can't marginalize it and say, oh, just because a Kong gun did this, a King Kong gun should only be able to do a little bit more. No, it's a King Kong gun for real.
Like, you know
how much more damage is a King Kong gun doing? Twice?
We don't know. You can speculate. I can say 100.
Oh, come on, bro. He explained already. It's between a king and a prince.
Let's use other logic.
Just say it don't doesn't mean it doesn't.
I mean, it was a weird
based on are we looking at size of it and it's like okay,
no. Listen, this is the thing. I don't think that there's a clear enough difference between a King Kong gun and a Kong gun for it to.
What do you mean? It shows you the DC.
Damn. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let me finish, bro.
To do damage that's gonna be substantial against a Yonko. Especially given what we saw from dude, Big Mom literally took this punch like it was nothing. It was literally nothing to her. She laughed.
Yeah, I like how I was saying, compare that to Katakuri.
Yo, Fruit turned to Kuma.
Fruit, 001.
Yeah, man. You got real slow.
He turned to Kuma,
I don't know what's going on with Fruit just now.
Yo, Fruit, you good though?
Yo, he's acting like a kid right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay, sorry. I was
just slurring a little bit.
That was so weird. Compare that to I was saying compare that to Katakuri. Katakuri can't even take like a regular punch from Luffy, right? Because when we saw him, he got knocked hella far away. But like Big Mom, when she blocked it, it was like nothing.
Wait,
a little bit of arm and hockey on her arm.
Wait, hold on. He can take a punch. He just can't tank the punch. He can endure the punch. All right, because One Piece.
We already saw that. Punch. So I'm just saying, compare what Katakuri did to what Big Mom did.
Well,
Luffy did a Katakuri versus what Luffy did a Big Mom.
That's like the Prince and King.
If Jimbe can do a drill and knock her off the ship, Luffy's King Kong gun.
Yeah, but look at the condition that she's in compared to back then.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I think too many guys are overblowing what happened to Big Mom. Because like in hindsight, when you look at it, the only damage that Big Mom really suffered were some minor burns because Nami discharged Zeus underneath her. The Vagabond drill, the same shit that Jimbe used to send Warasume into like, the upper area of Fishman Island, that shit only pushed Big Mom off the ship.
I think
if he's doing that, imagine what a King Kong gun is doing. Imagine Jimbe's ultimate attack.
No, but Jimbe's attack launches.
Ultimate attack is doing.
Yeah, she's losing 25% health.
Okay. Wait. There's not a big difference between Luffy and Jimbe.
Wow.
There's not.
Okay.
There's not a big difference between. Wait a second. So no. There is a there is not a big difference.
Man, come on, bro.
Okay, let me ask you.
I don't see Jimbo on the top 30 here.
Let me ask you this. If Jimbe and Luffy were to fight,
mid diff.
If Jimbe and Luffy were to fight, would it be a high diff? Would it be a mid diff? Or would it be a low diff? And I am judging all of you. I am judging all of you if you say anything.
Mid diff.
It's mid diff.
Mid high diff.
Mid high diff.
If you're going to be realistic, every fight Oda's going to draw is going to be high diff.
It's high diff.
Thank you. Okay, listen.
High diff,
Luffy is bar none. Luffy is bar none stronger than Jimbe. Luffy is bar none stronger than Jimbe.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait a second. Wait, hold on.
No, Luffy is bar none stronger than Jimbe.
No. Here's the thing. In all honesty,
Rookie Ace.
the problem here is that when you look at Jimbe, you have to look at Jimbe in two situations. Number one, when he's on land. Number two, water. All right, I've said before, and I say it again. I think that Jimbe, when he's on land, I don't think he's strong. I don't think he's as strong as Zoro or Sanji. When he's in the water, I think he's stronger because that's his element. That's where he can start manipulating the actual seas itself and start decimating on a wider scale. Jimbe, I don't think forces a Gear 4th Luffy when he's on land. I really don't see that happening. Honestly,
that's definitely happening.
No,
I don't think he forced some Gear 4th.
No. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does. No.
So it's a mid diff then.
No,
it's going to force some Gear 4th. It's going to force some Gear 4th, but I don't know how much.
If Jimbe doesn't force a Gear 4th, then that's mid diff.
Yeah, that's mid.
No. Because see, the Gear 4th is his whole separate state.
Yeah. No, Hody Jones is a mid diff.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, what? No, Hody Jones was a low diff. Hody Jones was a low diff. Hody was a low diff.
Okay.
Zoro whipped his ass in his own environment.
Zoro was underwater. That was his element, and
that was before the medicine.
Corey Jones is low. He's low as shit.
Horty Jones is nothing more than mid diff.
Yeah, because
that's why I said mid diff.
Yeah.
Because like here's the thing, right? My problem with Jimbe is that Jimbe, he has very good technique, but his technique is way better in water than it is on land. Luffy, when you look at Jimbe's most powerful Ogi that we've seen thus far, the Vagabond Drill, that shit isn't as powerful as the Grizzly Magnum. Let alone the Kong gun.
I don't know.
I mean, because it doesn't have that flashy impact.
I think you're putting way too much into this.
Yeah. It's more focused. It's more focused than Grizzly Magnum.
Well, Magnum has that like huge exposure.
Yeah,
but it's not just that. He also but
the Vagabond Drill.
He sent Caesar Clown. He sent Caesar Clown literally packing through the entirety of the inner mountain range. And then went through another set of giant steel doors, and only
Wadatsume and Big Mom.
Yeah, no, Wadatsume is but Wadatsume is mainly air. Like that's the thing. Wadatsume, Sanji was kind of tricking Wadatsume to pump him up, and at that point in time he's mainly air. Then he just punches him up. Like the Vagabond Drill is a very good move, but we're comparing characters that literally train consistently for 2 years straight, as opposed to Jimbe, who has gotten stronger most definitely. But can we say that his strength has increased in the same par as Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro?
No. The thing is,
he's already so much stronger than Luffy.
Yeah, he was already stronger.
But they're much more powerful now.
I got a question.
Yeah, but they're not, unless he's going to go at the same rate, though.
Unless he's in water. If he's in water, he's devastating.
No, King, you're putting way too much into this water stuff. We haven't seen a fisherman do fucking anything.
Whoa, what the fuck do you... What?
Yo, wait a second. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question just real quick before we go crazy.
Go ahead.
Water.
Dritz was fed up with the water.
We haven't, dude. We don't do anything. Come on.
Fuck the water.
I do agree with Dritz as far as the whole water thing, but listen, would we say that Jimbe was stronger or weaker than Luffy pre-time skip?
Stronger.
He's stronger.
Oh, he's way stronger than Luffy.
Stronger.
Way stronger than Luffy, right?
I don't know.
Way stronger.
Okay, way stronger.
I don't know. I don't know
if way strong. He was stronger.
Yeah, he was stronger. I just know way stronger.
Okay, he was indefinitely stronger. So now with the time skip, I would say that Luffy is stronger than Jimbe, but Jimbe would still take him to a high diff fight. As far as Zoro and Sanji go, if you're factoring in potential, then I could understand you saying that Zoro is stronger than Jimbe right now. But as far as what we've seen, I wouldn't even say that Zoro is stronger than Jimbe.
Zoro's making shark food.
Wait, I honestly listen. I don't know. Like
shark food
on land, I can't see on land. Jimbe hasn't showcased nearly enough to be able to actually compete with Sanji or Zoro.
Sanji and Zoro is beating Jimbo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, on land. In the water, different story.
In 1v1s or 2v1?
Wait. You said that Luffy and Sanji or Luffy or no?
All trio.
The whole trio. No, that's crazy.
Sanji is iffy, but Zoro and Luffy for damn sure.
I would say if you factor in potential, yes, Zoro would beat Jimbe high diff. Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, man, how far do you put Rookie Ace, yo?
Rookie Ace? You mean just Ace period?
Rookie Ace.
Rookie Ace took him 5 days.
Let's not do this because we have no idea.
Brago trying to do some.
Remember, he has Mushoku Hashi too.
We don't know how strong Jimbe was at that point.
We all saying that Luffy is beating Ace pre-time.
Wait, so Jimbe was in his prime back then?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Luffy not beating Ace.
No.
Oh, pre-time skip? Oh, no, current. Yeah, current.
For sure, it did.
Yeah, currently.
Do you think Ace pre-time skip grew stronger from when he was a rookie?
Yes.
For sure.
So do you not think Luffy would mid-diff Jimbo?
No, I don't, because we don't know how strong Jimbe was at that point when he was fighting Ace. He got
like what was equal to Ace?
He got
like right now, do you think he's in his prime?
He got stronger from that point. Whenever
how much stronger do you think he got?
I mean, we don't know, Brago. We don't know.
What I'm saying, it's like,
look, listen, like there is no evidence right now from Jimbe's combat repertoire that he can beat current Sanji, current Zoro, and current Luffy on land. On sea, I don't know why you want to knock the sea for some fucking reason. On sea, this dude is way more devastating.
Well, things like Luffy's not gonna fight in the water.
Wait, who's fighting
Jimbe underwater?
What did he do?
Who's fight? Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Jimbe can't even fight underwater though.
No.
He can't even fight underwater.
The only cat that's among that trio, the only cat that can fight Jimbe underwater is Sanji, but Sanji's losing underwater.
How can Jimbe fight underwater when he has a devil fruit?
Jimbe blocked the.
Wait, what?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Dustin. 1 second.
That's a big yikes.
I got 2 times in the movie.
Jimbe blocked an attack from Akainu.
Hey man, that didn't happen. Let's move on, guys. Let's get back to this guy.
Goddamn.
Yo,
Let's move on.
Can I?
Hold on.
No, you just X'd yourself, bro.
Yo, Jimbe took an attack from Akainu. Did he not?
Yes. No. Okay. Wait. No. Jimbe took an attack from Akainu, and then he got a hole punch through him. He was able to endure that pain. He was able
to protect Luffy.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking that. He was able to endure that pain and keep on going. Okay, but listen, that's entirely different than okay. Well, can he actually beat these guys in a full-out fight? He can take the damage from an attack and keep on going. That's very good endurance. I'm not knocking that. I'm not at all. But again, that's pre-time skip. Post-time skip has endurance upped? Yes. I'll say over time it has upped. Absolutely. But then to say he can then beat Zoro and Sanji because his endurance has upped over time, no.
Yeah, I mean, with Jimbe, I think he's more fine-tuned, if anything, right now. I don't see he got stronger, but he has his skills are more.
He's technique-oriented. I mean, he has a fishman Kenpo, which he
his understanding is way better than it was before of his skills.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't deny that, but again, like we need to see more evidence from him in order to say that he can either A, keep up with Sanji, B, be able to outmuscle Zoro, C, be able to out everything Luffy.
Yep.
I mean, I was gonna ask
because regarding like Luffy, say like after he beats Katakuri, where were we ranking him?
What, Luffy?
It depends on how it. It depends on how he.
Over Cracker, maybe.
He's always gonna be.
But he wouldn't be over Cat. He's not gonna be.
I say second.
No, exactly.
What if he completely surpasses Katakuri? Then how can he not be higher?
Surpass him how?
Listen, this is how.
Get better armor in hockey.
No.
So he gets better armament, better observation, better at his double, stronger, faster.
No.
Yeah, he can't. Otis literally set it up in the story for that to happen.
No, that's a question.
I disagree.
We have to acknowledge the fact that he has been running away from this dude. He has not had a full like he has not stayed in front of Katakuri and had a full-on fight. He's not going to be stronger than Katakuri, but he's just going to be able to defeat him.
But
Are you ignoring the foreshadowing that Oda just said in 2 chapters?
No.
Just based on one thing. You can take all
I think that's
his things into account, but if they both fight each other at 100% and Luffy wins, how is he not stronger?
Exactly.
Because they're not going to be fighting each other at 100%. That's the.
If Luffy says he wants to beat him at 100%, it's going to happen.
Bro.
How does he wait?
So we put him at first commander level.
No. Okay.
He's waiting for Katakuri to recover right now. He says he wants to.
He's fighting him right now. He's fighting him, and Katakuri's dodging attacks. That's what we saw the last time we saw him fight. I mean, okay, listen. Here's the thing. Right now, we know that when the fight first started, all right, when Luffy didn't know how to really deal with Katakuri was schooling his ass. Now, when it came to over the course of time, after trial and error and plot convenience, he now knows how to deal with Katakuri. So he now knows Katakuri's main weakness. Now he's focused on Katakuri's main weakness.
The thing is even
and then on top of the, wait. And then on top of that, it matters on how Oda has Luffy beat Katakuri.
Yeah, that is 100% true. Can I just say something really quick? The fight will forever, like, we can never really truly know if Luffy's stronger than Katakuri because he kind of got way too much help through the plot to know exactly what Katakuri's weaknesses are and how to beat him through his, like, other fights with him to where he got out.
The same for Flamingo, the same for Cracker, the same thing that applies to those two.
No, how does that have any bearing? He didn't get outside help from anybody else.
Wait a second.
Brule, what are you talking about? He lived because of her.
Yo, let me ask a question.
Wait, how can Luffy do with Katakuri currently? Wait, how can he do it currently? Bro, the Luffy disrespect is real, bro.
Let me ask a question. Is Luffy and Dofi 1v1? If they just do a fight 1v1, Dofi versus Luffy, is Luffy winning? No, I don't think so.
Yes,
no.
Yes.
Is he
right now? Right now, probably.
Right now he's not winning. 1v1 against Cracker.
No, right now I think he would. It'd be a high diff.
1v1 against Cracker, he's losing.
He's losing.
I don't know, man. Don't ask me Dofi questions, man.
Brago, it's a simple yes or no. And if he goes against Dofi 1v1, he's losing.
No, he's not.
Yes.
So.
Of course he's losing.
Man.
No, he's not.
He's losing. Dude, he had to get Law to defeat. Dude, it was Law and Luffy in a combined effort to defeat
I'm
Dofi,
saying, but people always say like they act like they wanted, like, hey, Law, hey, let's work together and beat Dofi. That's not how it went down.
Bro.
No. How it went down?
They both wanted to solo him by themselves. They both didn't want to back down.
That's how they kind of did because they even came up with a combo attack.
They literally came up with
bro, they were doing combo attacks.
They had a combo attack, bro.
That's not how it started. You know it's not how it started.
Before Luffy went into Gear 4th, he did not land a clean hit that was substantial against Dofi unless it was assisted by Law. The Red Hawk that was assisted by Law through teleportation because of Law's Devil Fruit was the only hit that he landed on Dofi.
And Luffy wasn't using all his power from the start.
I literally just said, wait.
To the chair.
Neither was Doflamingo. Neither was
Doflamingo. No, there was nothing indicating that Doflamingo had another strong tier.
He has awakening. What are you saying?
Yeah, he was using awakening, but that wasn't like, bro, that wasn't like another transformation as far as Gear 4th.
I mean, the reason why that's comparable because he held off Gear 4th.
Let's not even say that's because it's comparable. That was his literal response to Gear 4th. He said, "Yo, this is what I have to defend against that." He said, "There's a level to Devil Fruit users." Yeah. He wasn't using that freaking awakening before Luffy went Gear 4th.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? That was his response.
How much stronger has Luffy gotten since then? We know Haki
hasn't gotten that much stronger, Brago, because he needed help.
I don't know. I feel like he's gotten to defeat Cracker.
We've seen Kong Organ. Yeah. Kong Organ wasn't used versus Dofi as well.
Okay, and Kong Organ.
I think that would be more for
Six Arms. Nowhere as strong as King Kong gun.
What's 6 Arms doing to Dofi?
That shit's not working on Dofi.
What's 6 Arms doing to Dofi, yo?
I don't know, man.
Yo, like,
it's a good fight.
I feel like Luffy's ability to actually move
the Gamma Knife
out of Gear 4th is an example.
I'm telling you, bro. Law is like a
Gamma Knife, bro.
When it comes to matches.
Dofi was nerfed.
He was nerfed, yeah.
Outside interference, bro.
Dofi did not take a hit until he was hit with the Gamma Knife in a combination of that with Gear 4.
Doflamingo had outside interference in his fight against Luffy as well. What are you talking about?
No. Dustin's right. No, exactly. Yeah, no, Dustin's right. But again, we're comparing minor burns and then minor scratches and exhaustion.
It wasn't minor scratches, bro.
What, dude? Okay, fine. I'll give him big bruises. I'll give him like whatever you want me to, but that does not compare to having your internal organs eviscerated. I'm sorry. That cannot compare to that.
I mean, not to mention.
Oh, and by the way, Luffy, the last thing we seen of Luffy and Katakuri, they was not fighting. I just looked at the panel. That's not the last we seen him. Luffy was waiting for
Katakuri dodged it. Yeah, Katakuri dodged it.
No, I'm looking at it. The last panel, he was looking. I'm looking at the shit. It was 886. That's the way I live. I want to surpass him. I want to defeat him when he's at full power. I'll win big berries out of him. We haven't seen a fight since that moment.
We saw.
Luffy went back to the mirror world.
Luffy went back to the mirror world. Katakuri was getting talking.
Tried to punch Katakuri, and Katakuri dodged it.
Yeah, when he did the Matrix dodge. Remember the Matrix dodge?
Look through 87 through 89.
Remember the Matrix dodge?
Remember the Matrix dodge? Type in Matrix dodge.
Exactly, yeah.
It's 888.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get to some donations again, and then we'll continue with this.
I think Luffy's like, all right, this nigga ready now. Let's go.
Shout out to Nami for the help, though.
Because I do want to talk about some honorable mentions here, and
okay.
Yeah, so first and foremost, we have where am I right now? Mr. Daughtry donated $5. Do you think Oda made the Yonko too strong? Do you think he regrets it? Luffy is still not top 20 this late in the story. Well, I don't think it's actually that late in the story per se, because I think because Oda makes these claims where it's going to be Wano this year, then this time and that time, and then One Piece is 8% done or 6% done. But in all honesty, it keeps on getting pushed back further and further and further because Oda keeps on writing more and more and more when it comes to certain circumstances, and then he himself takes a lot of breaks. So I'm not gonna say
he doesn't know.
Yeah, so he doesn't honestly know. And in all honesty, the Yonko, there is an issue where it's been very apparent as of late where Oda keeps on having these top tier dudes nerfed in some way, shape, or form, so Luffy can overcome them, and that has been an issue. Yeah. So I hope to God that they don't do Kaido the same way. I really, because that'd be fucking like, dude, really, dude.
I mean,
like,
we've seen the whole drunk thing, so I don't know if that's.
He's gonna get sake ball to the head.
No.
Luffy will always be weak, yo. That's
Lucanus donated €6 through Super Chat. Love you, Cole. Have a question. Why Smoothie top 30 when you said bounty isn't a good way of ranking and Eroge isn't on the list? Well, it's simple because I can say that Dofi is over Cracker because Dofi has greater combat ability compared to what we've seen for Cracker. I cannot say the same thing from Smoothie, who has a higher rank than Cracker. I can't say that. I can't say that at all. All right, she's the second of the three commanders. She outranks Cracker, just how Cracker outranks Snacks. Big Mom sent Cracker to deal with Snacks, and even though Roche could beat Snacks, he got schooled by Cracker.
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
What do you mean? What do you?
That was right after.
Dude, listen, all I'm saying is that the anime, this dude was in this dude. All I'm saying is that this dude,
yo, come on,
this dude, he
came right after you.
This dude was in his main big Cracker body, and what he said was, "Is that all you have, Mad Monk?" Or the Kaiju and then he just bodied him. Quick.
That's all you need to know. They're just trash, bro.
Wait a second.
Snack over Cracker.
King, what you're doing right now would say that the army fodderized Luffy because they attacked him after his fight with Cracker and with Sanji.
Though Bobbin is stronger than Luffy.
No, okay, hold on. Well,
why is Bobbin not on our list?
Hold on, wait. Bobbin? No. Okay, no. Listen.
About that.
Clearly I'm being coy. Like, I'm not taking that seriously, right? Like, we don't know what happened. Like, no. My whole thing with Cracker and Uroge, Snacks and Uroge, is that we have no idea what happened in context. We have no idea how Uroge actually beat Snacks. We have no idea. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
To be fair, we don't know. We don't know if Rouge's entire crew jumps.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, control the shit of us.
That's what I'm saying.
I got a Rouge over Joe's with one arm, bro.
No, listen. I agree.
Yeah. How do we? But like that's the thing. How do we know Rouge didn't just jump Snack with his crew?
King, I agree.
Because Rouge is that guy.
No.
Try to make love.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Hold on. Wait.
Let me touch on this. Okay, I agree with you, King, to a certain extent. Because whenever it's reported that Luffy defeated Cracker, they don't say that Nami was there, and they don't say that Nami also had a Vivri card that was going against the whole homies. So yes, I agree like with a certain extent that Rouge, we don't know what happened, we don't know the context, but the fact still matters is that he's credited with taking out a commander. So give him credit.
That's it.
Yeah, no, listen.
And you remember too, they used to be the four generals, and when he got taken out after Cracker gone, they became the three sweet generals after that point.
Listen, so technically, you took out what Josu's equivalent.
Listen,
so basically, what happens is Rouge took out the third, and Cracker got moved to the third spot.
Hold on. Listen, I will give Uroge, I give Uroge credit for beating Snacks. It's a matter of how much credit.
Exactly.
That's my issue.
There's only
I can't.
But until you know more in the story, he won.
He
did it himself, man.
You got to give him his full credit until proven otherwise.
No.
Wait, hold on. I actually
saying that I give Roche full credit because he beat Snacks is like saying, well, I'm gonna put Green Button number 1 because he's an admiral.
No, that's not.
Yes.
I'm not. Okay, King. If somebody comes to you and say these two dudes was fighting and that dude beat him, but you didn't see the fight, until you know exactly what happened, you'd have to say that dude won.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he won.
You can't take his half credit away. You can't give him half credit.
Listen, dude, I'm giving him credit,
Style
but
points.
I'm not gonna. But I am not gonna say that he beat him in a one-on-one with nobody else around him. I'm not gonna say that. I have no idea what happened. Okay, we have no idea what happened. We don't know the context. The context matters. So
I mean, that's like the Akainu Aokiji argument you have.
No.
Yeah, but
no. The Aokiji, no. No, the Aokiji Akainu argument is simply put a power matchup between those two, one being superior over the other, but for some reason we're disregarding the effect that the other has on the environment itself because the environment is to his advantage. I mean, that's why Aokiji
hazard for a neutral environment. Wasn't that the whole point?
And he tied him geologically, and with a disadvantage he did. With a disadvantage, he did.
He lost. He lost.
Yes,
I mean, like,
he
gave
lost.
Him credit,
I know. I
know.
That's the dude. No, oh my.
That is not the law.
This
is why King of Lightning was saying earlier. He said it like 4 times. He said, "I hate these Dragon Ball Super power skills."
That's not even Dragon Ball. That's anything. If you lose a fight,
no.
Oh, okay, so hold on.
One Piece isn't like that though.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that yourself, bro. If Conor McGregor, is Conor McGregor a worse MMA fighter than Floyd Mayweather?
No, he's a better MMA fighter.
But he lost to him in a fight. He lost to him in
a boxing match. Where
he was at a disadvantage.
Floyd is a better boxer than him.
Because he
was at a disadvantage and he lost. It's not just as cut and dry as this person beat this person.
But he's still a better boxer.
Context matters. Context matters.
Doesn't matter that they were on an island surrounded by water that Aokiji can manipulate.
But they fought on the island and they both manipulated the water itself. Okay, you have fire on one side, permanent fire seas. Remember that whole scene where you have the sea whales, like the comic of a shit, when they first hit the new world, like the ocean's on fire? That was Akainu's doing. And then the other side, you have these, like, these ice caps and shit like that. But the main battlefield was on Punk Hazard. As far as you know, there existed no lake previously. The end result was a lake that the island literally split in half as a result of their fight. The seas flooded in.
How many excuses y'all come up with? Y'all won't give Luffy these excuses though. Y'all won't say, "Oh, the only reason Luffy lost is because he had the time limit on his Gear 4." Y'all won't give him that same credit.
No, Dustin, that's crazy.
But y'all use that against him or
no. Because no. Because first of all, we know the full context of Luffy's battles. We don't know the full context of the battle between Aokiji and Akainu.
Oh, yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Akainu won. Aokiji lost.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No. Yep. We give Akainu. No, we don't. Right. No, we don't.
Aokiji lost a leg.
Yeah. Aokiji lost a leg.
Anything.
Exactly. Aokiji lost a leg.
Akainu lost what? Half an
ear. Jump off the sky.
Who knows? But
he made him jump off the island. Too.
But the fact of the matter is that we don't know the full context. We just don't know the full context of that fight. But obviously, when it comes to Aokiji, when you look at the circumstances of his ability and how his ability can be used in the water, which is a water world, he dominates that. No other character comes close except for either A, Whitebeard, or now Blackbeard and his Goro no Mi, and then B, potentially Fujitora, because Fujitora that's not overhype.
Yeah, that's cool. What is he doing with the water? What is he doing with the water exam?
We have discussed this so many times, bro. I said it too many times already.
Wait, he's using that, putting the ice on the water, and he's throwing it at Akainu, right?
No, dude.
That's a snowball fight.
No. What I'm talking about
I'm just trying to see how much does him like manipulating the water? How does that affect?
We're talking about literally area of effect, dude. We're talking about literally area of effect, which is the second one of destructive capability. I've said before a million times, he literally can freeze hundreds of miles icebergs thick, dude. And anything,
bro, he was impressive at a water park.
Anything. What do you think the world of One Piece is? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is. What I'm
saying. What?
It's like if we talk about where lava comes from, it comes from the earth.
Right. Yeah. But
Akainu does have access to like.
No way. We don't know that.
Imagine if Aokiji was with the Straw Hats right now. He would literally just freeze the entire ocean around them and probably fuck up other ships. If they don't have anything to counteract that,
and if they have Akainu on the other side, he would melt it.
Okay, no, but Sparrow's a fucking god with his fruit. But are you saying he's gonna be on certain top tier levels? Come on, bro.
What?
No, come on now.
Like that's what I'm saying. Does some of the same similar shit to the sea that's Aokiji can curse, bro. He can turn that shit into candy, cover that shit with candy.
Bro, he controls candy, bro.
Magma. That's what I'm saying. Y'all use certain shit. Y'all select certain shit, bro.
No, it's because of the potency between magma and ice. There's no potency with candy.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of okay. It was already established in the story that Ace and Aokiji, when they fought, their abilities counteracted each other. So the ace, so the fire was extinguished, but the ice was evaporated. The same things now apply to magma, because in the world of One Piece, magma supersedes fire and heat. That's why he burned Ace. Aokiji is automatically at a disadvantage from that standpoint alone, because the coldest ice that he can make is not as potent as the hottest magma Akainu can deliver.
You giving them excuses already, bro.
That's not an excuse. It's in the story. It's in the story.
It is. I mean, Aokiji got. What if Aokiji got like absolute zero or something?
That's what I'm saying. What's the point of even fighting if you're gonna give them all an excuse?
Okay, wait, hold on. But that's what I'm saying. When you look at what the actual story has shown, we don't know that. I'm not going to give Aokiji absolute zero, just how you shouldn't give Akainu geothermal massive capabilities. I'm not going to do that.
But the thing is, we saw Katakuri like basically manipulate the mirror world.
With an awakening. As a paramecia. Wait, Brago. We have no idea if Aokiji or Akainu are awakened Logia. We have no idea what an awakened Logia even does.
Very, very heavily implied that both awakened.
No idea. Okay, fair enough.
I think Punk Hazard is an indication of that.
Potentially.
You putting Aokiji in a win though.
No, I'm not. Because no, Dustin.
Just go overlook it, but
Dustin.
You're praising him, but if he loses, he got all these excuses why he lost.
No, Dustin, that's wrong. Because I already told you 1.5 times in a one-on-one fight, Aokiji loses to Akainu.
But you're giving him excuses. You're not giving Akainu his full credit. It's like you're putting an asterisk.
What do you mean?
I'm giving over him.
No,
that's why he beat him.
That's crazy. I didn't say he had. Listen. You have a power that literally, like with Luffy and Endo, his power supersedes him from an elemental standpoint. The ice of Aokiji loses to the magma of Akainu. It does. Because Ace and Aokiji, they tie. That was shown in story. Aokiji, Ace, they tie. Aokiji, Ace, and Akainu wins from a heat standpoint. There's no negating that. That's just a fact. That was shown in story. Therefore, when Aokiji fights against Akainu, he's at a disadvantage.
You should be able to overcome your weakness.
That's true.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying. You can't give a guy an automatic excuse just because he has a disadvantage.
No.
That's just a ridiculous statement.
That's a ridiculous statement. Just because you say something that's ridiculous doesn't mean the shit is ridiculous, bro.
No.
You want me to explain why it's ridiculous?
No, but the thing is, I feel like the higher you are in the top tier, it's like you have less excuses.
Wait, hold on.
Fam, you can't say somebody's top 5 in the verse and give them all these
you guys are acting like King Lady thinks that Akainu is like complete trash and that Aokiji is like leagues above him. He literally said that Aokiji, he put him one spot above Akainu.
Literally, the moral of the story is matchups matter. Like you guys are missing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, matchups matter. Like you guys are missing the
matchups matter. It matters less the higher you are.
I agree with that, bro.
No. Matchups matter more the higher you are.
How?
Because
the higher you are, the more skilled you should be to overcome.
No. Exactly. Listen, look at Luffy and Cracker. That's a perfect example of a matchup.
Those aren't the top tiers.
No. Come on, Brago. Okay, they're not top tiers, but they're
top tiers regardless of like the devil fruit weakness. They're gonna find a way to supplement that. That's how the top tiers fight. That's why they're top tiers.
But what I'm saying is that look, matchups matter no matter how you look at it. No matter
it matters more if you're like in the East.
No matter if it's low tier, no matter if it's mid tier, no matter if it's bottom of top tier.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it matters less.
Exactly, matchups matter, but matchups are not absolute.
Bro, it matters less.
Okay, this is also the point of the moral of the story. Like
into effect. Like look, I just gave you a prime example. Look at Cracker and look at Luffy. Under no circumstances would Luffy be able to beat Cracker because of his devil fruit and because of the way that Luffy uses his.
If Luffy had a better, if Luffy had more control of the Gear Fourth. But so
not 1v1.
No, when Luffy grows,
right now, I'm talking about right now, Brago. Right now.
That's what I'm saying. As Luffy grows, the higher he grows, the matchup is going to matter less.
Wait. This list top 30. Hold on. Let me refresh your memories here. This top 30 list was as of the end of 2017. I'm not talking about 2018 or 2019 or 2020, 21, 22, however long. We're talking about at the end of 2017.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, all right? When you look at One Piece right now, Luffy does not have the raw stamina or the power as far as we can tell, to actually break through an infinite body of Cracker clones, each of them rocking durability and strength compared to a Gear 3 Luffy. Come on, dude. Cracker can just sit there and clap these things into existence. An army of them. And just clap.
Luffy's not going anywhere. Like, look, Luffy had to have Nami softening up the freaking biscuits for him to even take care of them. Like, people try to downplay Nami's role in that fight when it was like it was crazy. She had one of the biggest roles in the fight.
I always have to point this out too, because people don't simply understand this. It wasn't even the fact that she simply just softened them, because even if she softened them and Luffy was just breaking them, I still don't think that would have been enough for him to win. He had to eat them and then like come up with like this random form that he like made up off of probably
he's not eating them in his like full form.
But y'all give Cracker too much of an excuse. If Cracker's a top tier in the Yonko's crew, he should be able to overcome something like that. He should have other options, because you look at Katakuri. If you overcome if you overcome Katakuri's observation site, that's not all he has in his bag.
Okay, but Dustin, let me ask you a question. How do you overcome someone literally nerfing your devil?
Seen him use his sword at the start of the fight. That's not his only way of attacking he had, but that's all he used for 11 hours.
It's his primary way of fighting.
That's his most comfortable way of fighting.
No, that's his primary way of
fighting. He stated it, Dustin. Yeah, he says, I make these things and I hide in my fucking biscuits so that I can do this.
We've seen this nigga cut his Gear 4 hockey with his blade. This nigga has other offensive capabilities. Come on, fam.
But I said this is his primary one. I'm not saying
that's just defense. That's him using his ultimate.
To be fair, we all kill Cracker because Cracker can overcome that. We do. Right? We're saying, how can Nami and the homies stop Cracker if he's so good at using his devil fruit? We do kill him for that.
Well, no. But this is the thing. Nami literally nerfed Cracker's devil fruit to the point to where he couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah. So that's all he. Wait, I'm just saying that's all he can do.
No,
is use his devil fruit.
I mean, that's how Luffy survived for 11 hours.
Wait, hold on. So then the comparison would be okay. So when you look at that, it's similar to NL and Luffy. After Luffy couldn't get damage or NL's attacks, which is his major form of capability, then we have to look at the rest of Cracker's and NL's combat repertoire. So NL figured out that he could pierce Luffy, but now it becomes a matter of, okay, I don't have to deal with his primary source of power. Now it comes the secondary source of power, which is nowhere near as good as the primary source. So for example, when you have someone like Law's room is literally his primary source of combat ability. But Law's hockey game is nowhere near as good as his room. If you can negate his room, all you're gonna deal with is his hockey game and his his physical strength and his speed.
But they also said Law is skilled at every fighting style, pretty much.
Well, yeah, but Law hasn't shown. But Law hasn't shown Cambodian hockey or armor hockey that's of the same tier as his room abilities. So you see what I'm saying? So the example here would be when you have someone like, let's say, Crocodile. Crocodile, physically speaking, is nowhere near as good as Luffy. It's the devil fruit power that makes him absolutely ferocious from an overall compatibility standpoint. That's the whole point here. So you're basically, the nerf matters, Dustin, because you're literally avoiding the most potent abilities of that character.
But the reason it doesn't matter because Luffy also commented how Cracker had one of the greatest armament hockeys he ever faced.
He did, yes.
You have other, as a top tier, is what I'm saying. As a top tier in the first, you should have other skills. You shouldn't be relying in one area.
But hockey is another component of his ability. You're also ignoring his inability to take damage, because he himself said, I don't like taking pain. I can't handle that shit well.
That's not an excuse, fam. It's not my fault in the fight that you can't take pain.
He says it himself. What do you mean an excuse? It's in the story. It's literally in the story, Dustin.
But you can't take that away from Luffy because somebody can't take pain in a fight.
But the thing is,
fighting.
Okay, hold on.
It's a part of the fight. What do you mean take away from Luffy?
You can't take that away from Luffy.
Yeah, but that's not taken away from Luffy.
Okay, hold on. One side is saying that Cracker got nerfed, and then Dustin is saying, well, Cracker should have done more. Like, that's not an argument.
Yeah, it is an argument because he could have did more. He's shown that he could do more. If you have the ability to do more, then why not do more?
Okay, if we're saying that Luffy could not beat Cracker on his own and that he needed Nami to win in the battle, and then you're saying, well, Cracker should have done more, that's not an argument.
That is an argument. Just because you say it's not an argument doesn't mean it's not an argument, my nigga.
That doesn't refute what anyone's saying.
You're saying that because of the only reason Luffy beat Cracker was because of Nami. She nerfed his main way. He had other ways of if something is not working, you have other ways of doing something, then you should use it. If Katakuri's observation hockey doesn't work, it's not, oh shit, well, I'm fucked. He has other ways to beat this nigga.
Yeah, but if two people are around the same level, and then you nerf that person, you can't just say, "Oh, this person should have done better." It's like, no, he got nerfed in the first place.
Yeah, but he has other ways to fight. Just like the same thing with a nail.
Doesn't matter if you nerf his best ability.
Try to take away Luffy's victory from a nail when a nail legit said, just because you nerf me don't mean I can't beat you.
All right. So consider this, and maybe this will help you out. Just think about it for a second, all right? So let's say you have someone that is really skilled at doing one thing, but they're not so skilled at doing another thing. So from the standpoint of, let's say, the ability, if you nerf a certain character's ability, their primary ability, they have to rely on their other abilities to get the job done. And those other abilities, Luffy can supersede. Luffy can be stronger than Crocodile physically, and therefore, if Luffy brings the fight down to a physical matchup because he's using water, then Luffy's going to win that fight. But the fight has to be brought down to Luffy's level in order for Luffy to win that fight.
Yeah, like
that's
example,
why he won against NL. That's why he won against Cracker. That's who he's going to win against Katakuri.
Just to use a quick example, like, let's say, just in a hypothetical, Eustace Kid fights Zoro, right? And then Eustace Kid, he takes Zoro's swords away and he breaks all of them or whatever, right? And then him and Zoro fight in a high diff fight, and then he beats Zoro. I'm not going to say that, I would say 100% that Zoro is on an overall combat standpoint stronger than Kid because he almost beat him without his swords.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Because in that specific matchup, Eustace Kid is like one of the only characters in the entire verse that can just take your swords away.
Yeah.
It's like we're not.
Yeah, that's a main component.
I'm not giving an excuse.
That's a good analogy right there.
Yeah, it's perfect. Because like we're not giving Zoro excuses. We're not giving Zoro an excuse. Like, no. Like, it's actually a very good analogy, I think, because like when it comes to the excuse, it's not an excuse for the character that lost the fight. It's the reality of the fight itself because of the matchup. I mean, that's what it is. It's
not the reality when you're leaving out parts that actually was showcased in a fight.
He just said that Zoro doesn't have his main weapon. Zoro has to use his fist in a fight. And then,
but we don't even know. I'm saying, but that's a hypothetical. We don't even know if Zoro will be able to.
It's just an example.
No, it's an example. It's an example.
But you're talking about the reality of the matter. Then let's use the reality of the matter with the Cracker fight. He had other powers at his disposal that he didn't.
Yeah, but the thing, you just missed what he was saying.
You missed it, bro.
He just said that he took away Zoro. Well, in this situation, Cracker's ability got taken away. His Devil Fruit. That's his primary fighting ability. It's like taking away Zoro's swords. That's his primary fighting ability.
Yeah.
If he has to rely on,
no, it's not. When
Zoro's still strong, right?
When you keep, you're missing the point because I keep telling you that he showed other abilities that he can
Dustin.
Yes, but you're assuming that
no one is missing that
are better than his Devil Fruit.
Exactly.
Exactly. Gear 4th hockey that we never seen any. Oh my god.
That's not better than him making an infinite. Bro. That's not better than him making. No. Him cutting through Gear 4 armor hockey is nor even close to as good as making an infinite army of biscuit clones. That's impossible. How can you compare?
Like a deep cut. What do you mean? He sliced through this man's hockey. Deep.
It
wasn't a great.
Slicing through Virgo's hockey. Listen, slicing through hockey is not comparable to making an infinite number of biscuit clones.
Let me say something really quick. Obviously, Cracker has good combat abilities outside of his Devil Fruit, and he showcased that, like you said. But when you take away his best ability through a nerf, when it wasn't even if Luffy nerfed Cracker, it might have even been a different story. But it wasn't even Luffy that nerfed Cracker by himself, so it's still hard to give it to Luffy in that position anyway.
You can't even say that it's his best ability. That could be his most comfortable.
Yes, I can.
His most comfortable fighting style. Just like Katakuri's observation hockey is his most comfortable fighting style, but it doesn't mean that's his best.
What is swordsmanship to Zoro? His best fighting style or his most comfortable?
That's his only fighting style. That's the only his fight. We don't see Zoro fighting his hands.
Yes, we have. I guess
we have so many different techniques, though.
Yeah, we have seen him use no sword style before.
He can actually use 1 sword, 2 sword, and 3 sword style.
Yeah. And also 0 sword style.
One hand.
Yeah.
And he has ornament hockey.
Yeah.
And observation hockey.
Yeah.
Yep. He can adapt, but it's if you were to
no hands.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about honorable mentions now, or?
Just one more thing before we go. Like,
yo, I'm gonna just say something. I'm gonna just say something about that, and then I'm gonna dip out.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I gotta.
No doubt.
Finish up my Christmas trees. But anyways.
Wait, what?
In 2018, bro. 2018. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you skip Christmas this year.
No, I said finish up my Christmas trees.
Yeah, you taking them down?
Come on, people. Y'all are smarter than this.
I don't
think he's taking down any Christmas trees, bro.
Can I ask one more question?
Laying some Christmas trees.
No. Come on. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
I got you. He's taking down this tree. He's not doing anything else.
Matt said no, Drew. We cannot ask the question.
Yeah, your question is gonna.
It's a quick question. Who is the MVP of the NBA 2017 Finals?
Stop it.
Brago, just answer the question.
Stop it.
The NBA 2017 Finals.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Fair show.
It was LeBron James.
Anyways, all right. Anyways, so
and he lost.
I forgot to put Nekomamushi in there. I forgot to put Inarashi in there. If you want to factor in, if you want to factor in Weevil based off potential, I'd put Weevil in there. Let's see who else based off potential. Hancock is pretty much based off potential and based off like given what the story is provided. The Gorosei, you could base them, off potential. I'd probably
Pirate King level.
Yeah, apparently.
I wouldn't say Pirate King level. I'd give them.
Is it Pirate King level?
I'd give them. I'd give like two of them, like Admiral level. I don't think all of them are going to be Admiral level, but
why only two of them? Yo?
Yeah, the monk.
What's up with that? You want a sword and a blonde one?
No. Because I think that there's going to be levels in between themselves, respectively.
Who's the leader of them?
I don't think
So
they're
there's
all.
The guy with the sword, bro.
The sword dude.
The sword dude and the blonde Gorosei. I think the blonde Gorosei.
The monkey.
Blonde Gorosei is Sanji's dad, remember?
Yeah.
And Fuji's whole ass is zombie from the future.
Judge is in the real good. Judge is
So then you factor in that, then you factor in that nameless commander that we've been seeing in the Revolutionary Army. He's probably going to be up there.
Oh, the Crow Man.
In the terms of
selling that
strength. I don't know who else. I don't know who else. Maybe Kobe. You could possibly put Kobe because I think
Kobe top 30.
Oh no!
Wait for an honorable mention.
Listen, I figure when Kobe's going to be reintroduced.
Gaimon better be in that shit.
I figure when Kobe's going to be reintroduced back to the story, it's going to be.
It's going to get one shot again by Luffy.
One shot again, yo.
If that happens again, bro.
Oh
my god.
He ain't getting one shot at again.
Nah, he shouldn't.
I can totally see it
It's probably gonna be a little bit
no.
fun.
So if he gets one shot, happy.
I think when we see him again, he's gonna be on par.
All right.
The calamities from Kaido's crew.
On par with basically.
Wait. Let him go through stuff because then he goes through. I need you to the nations.
The calamities of Kaido's crew. So the king, possibly the Shogun would be top 30. I would assume.
I'm about to go through all the One Piece characters.
No.
That's it. I'll leave it.
I'm about to list out Big Mom, Screw Daifuku, Oven.
Snack, potential.
Y'all said honorable mention, so
if he comes back.
No.
5 honorable. He go 100.
Carrot.
Let's throw it out there already.
All right, so Matt, you out, dude?
That's still got more characters.
Morgan,
No.
Cool. So, all right, so
I'll stick around a little bit.
All right, cool. So let me get to the rest of these. Let me get to the rest of these donations. So we have putting over. So we have putting over Nami, who donated $5 to the super chat.
What?
Yeah, putting over Nami donated $5. Right?
That's the name.
Discrepancy.
Yeah, they need to drop the series.
Discrepancy in everyone's list. Marco versus Katakuri. In the greater verse, nothing can stop Marco's regeneration except Sea Prism Stone and Blackbeard. Okay.
Well, it's not infinite, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it has a limit, so exactly.
And plus, Katakuri can also seal. He doesn't have to just beat him up. Like, he can use Mochi to stop
they
him. They
both are going to be, like, missing each other. Well, Marco is taking damage, but.
Can water, turn off Marco's flames? Water?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sea Prism Stone. Sea Prism Stone did, right?
Yeah.
Sea Prism water.
Yeah, water
Yeah, Sea
probably
Prism
works as
Stone did
well.
it. So
Oh,
yeah,
do you give him a top 30?
So Katakuri, in essence, could
Katakuri would probably
like.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
I mean, yeah, he's top
All
3.
right.
Yeah.
So, Madi Monk donating $1 said we need to have Dustin and Irvin in the same stream at some point. And have
I've been hearing
them
about this
discuss
Irvin
the
guy. I don't know who
Suigetsu.
Irvin is. I've been hearing about him.
Irvin is old school, like old school.
Oh my.
You know, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I want to say.
Longer than that.
Yeah,
like,
longer than that. Yeah, bro.
4 years.
Oh, what's his bounty?
Well, no. Well, Irvin's notorious. Irvin's notorious from saying that Suigetsu from Naruto could soul the One Piece verse, and
yeah, I'm claiming
So
that.
he gets what? Oh, okay.
Suigetsu.
The water dude?
Yo, you know what it reminded me of? I don't know.
He
who
might
was-
be on
I
something.
don't know who was a part of. I don't know who was a part of Brago's. I don't know who was a part of Brago's like cancerous Discord at one point. But there was people in there that were saying that Kisame, that Kakashi, that these characters in Naruto, because they could use water jutsu, that they could solo everyone in the One Piece world.
Yeah, that's like 3-piece.
Oh boy, bro. Oh, that's
They don't
crazy.
even have the
That's not
durability to.
Brago, what have you done, you?
I don't know,
It
man.
was so bad. It was so bad. Like,
good. So,
Listen,
Out of everybody, bring up Madara.
Yeah.
Here we have so Tombkeeper 13 donated $20 through Super Chat, said Katakuri's been getting worn down in this fight, just like Luffy has been. The only difference between the two is that Luffy is getting a chance to rest and recuperate properly. That's just $20 right there. Horace Smith donated $2. King Kong gun solos both Dofi and Cracker.
Cool.
Right.
That's $20 right there.
That's $20 right there. Yeah.
He's like, hold the money.
You just count it out like.
We have Will of Z. Okay, with EEs.
Hey.
Right there. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. These lists trash, but that's just me. All right, bro. Okay. All right, bro.
Okay.
Hey, my list is top
okay.
3.
Shout out to Will of Z.
Yeah, shout out to
Horace again donate $10 through Super Chat. Magma is 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Akainu has more destructive power and environmental impact than Aokiji. Assuming that the power level output is similar, Akainu has more destructive power within the One Piece verse. That's not true. That's not possible. That's not possible. And that's not possible because again, the One Piece is a water world, not a land world. It's not continent oriented. Aokiji dominates that. I'm just saying.
But they go to islands all.
Yeah, and then we saw what happened. They tied on the islands. And he has an advantage.
I'm saying, that's like of course.
Yeah, well,
if Aokiji was submerged in the water, he would have done a lot better.
Oh God.
Not even, man. Not even, bro.
That's facts, though.
Aokiji
Not
Jimbo
even. Not even.
Aokiji knows fishman karate.
Like we haven't had a water pirate battle.
Yeah, we haven't had like naval
we're kind of
battles
having one
and
right now.
Yeah, but say like we have one right now. Like that's kind of.
I mean, but the magnitude were like huge ass armies and shit.
Yeah, I mean, this happens quite readily. I mean, major battles, no, but even still.
I mean, just to say something really quick, I feel like they probably happen a lot. It's just Oda doesn't draw them because it's kind of hard to draw a battle like that within such a small space.
Yeah, but I feel like Wano, we're gonna get that for sure. Then
Didn't he say he wanted more of those?
Yeah,
he said by Wano we're gonna get it.
Kind of capture the essence of the pirate world again.
Yeah.
This is too late, Oda.
Yeah, we're already
right. We don't care about this shit.
Westfire donated 5, giving Urosh full credit for beating Snacks when we don't know how is like saying Luffy could beat Dofi 1v1 because he's already beat him once. It's context. Luffy can beat Dofi with outside help. Can't give Monk full credit without knowing the context of how. I like that, obviously, no doubt. Yeah, I like that outfit. It's
listen, man.
Let's not get back there.
So we have King KP 96 donated $2 through Super Chat, said everything Dustin is saying is insane. Let it be known. King KP and thoughts on Dustin.
Thank you for your promo, fam. Appreciate it.
Then we have
shout out to Dustin.
Shout out to Dustin. Dustin reacts. Check out his channel. Yeah. We have Eat Dirt donated $5 to Super Chat. You guys should do a fantasy league where y'all are general managers. You draft any character you want to be in your crew and explain why your crew is the best. All right. Then we have Calvin.
If we do that,
Grim's idea.
If we do that, I would have.
Plug out here, yo.
Okay.
Then we have Calvin donated $2. Calvin, let it be known we lit BDA gang. Okay?
Hey,
Right?
Gang.
gang.
Get him out of here.
And then
Let's go.
Kadeem donated $2. Fujitora makes it rain meteorites while he's eating ramen. All right, fine, fair enough. I mean, yeah,
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts
top
right
five.
there, facts.
Wait, don't be casually like brush those aside. Get out of here.
Yeah, but he's eating ramen.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's eating ramen,
He's
bro.
eating ramen, though, dude.
Eating ramen, that's top
Effort in
3.
that attack, bro.
The context,
Top 3
doggo.
feet.
Okay, but Dofi, wait, Dofi didn't have to move.
Was
to use
Dolphy eating
Awakening.
ramen?
What'd you say?
Dofi wouldn't have to
Dofi.
move to use Awakening.
Maybe if Dolphy was like fucking Viola, maybe we talk.
I
But
mean, he's
Yeah,
eating
there
ramen,
we
bro.
go.
That's not even comparable,
Yeah.
bro.
If he was piping while doing it, okay, I give him credit.
All right, so for honorable mentions,
Wait, was Fuji eating ramen? Was he eating ramen when he brought on meteorites?
yeah, no, it happened I think when he was
That
on
was the
ship,
second
right?
time.
That was the second
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Second
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Second
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Second
I
time.
think
He
it's
brought
actually
out 2 meteorites, not even 1, bro.
Hey man, that's just removing the gravity from the meteorite. Like this, come on.
He's
What
not
if the
removing
ramen
any
bowl is
gravity.
actually the devil fruit?
Yes, he
The
is.
ramen bowl is a double fruit.
He's attracting the gravity.
But like, you have to wonder though, like, where the fuck is he putting those meteorites from in the first place? Like, where the
That's
fuck
a-
is, that's
The
something that I thought
sky.
Because he has observation hockey, he can kind of,
Yeah,
determine
okay, but
where
like,
they are.
dude, these are asteroids, like in space. He's pulling
So
down.
Fujitora has like
how?
world level observation.
Planetary
He has a magnet.
Like
connected
either
to him.
that or because like not only is it that
Galaxy
way,
level
he could maybe
observation.
sense the rocks, but also like think about his range too. Like he's pulling the shit from out of the planet's orbit.
Exactly,
Like, just,
exactly.
Like,
his gravity
range
is
is
going
stupid.
all the way to space.
Okay, but like,
yeah, like
to
it's
be fair, like
don't know.
this is one of those
Nah,
things
bro,
where I feel
that's the
like
truth.
people
I don't know.
I feel like people
Don't
take
say that,
standing
bro.
far when they say stuff like that. Like
probably.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like because
probably.
like, he could have just taken away. If we remove the gravity from the meteorites, the same thing is happening.
No,
I think Oda's
but,
literally-
no, but he still has to pull the
gravity
meteorites.
that far. That's what
I'm
we're
saying.
saying.
Yeah, he still has to pull them from
Where
that
he's
far
affecting
away.
gravity. Yeah, exactly.
All he has to do is pull them into like the surface level of the. Like,
But he has to do it in the
Earth.
first place. And what's their range? That's the whole point here. His range could be astronomical because he's literally pulling them from that.
No,
far
we're
in
not
space.
questioning his range. I'm questioning what happens like once he like figures out like where the meteorite is.
Well, it rains
Who
down.
is
And
it?
people get wiped
And
out.
then it's like, and then him pulling down a meteorite. How is that?
You guys
how is
are
that-
implying
How is
that-
that relative to like One Piece strength?
You guys are implying that he could like push someone down with his gravity like 3 islands away. Then I think that's ridiculous.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's not that accurate, but at the same time, when he did lift all the debris in the entire country, it was like, okay, well,
Yeah, the
let's deal with
meteorite
the
shit is
small
kind of
and the
crazy.
big. Yeah, like all
He's
I'm
really
saying is think about it though.
He's accurate at pinpointing. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah,
He's
exactly,
kind of like Katakuri with that. But Katakuri can pinpoint like Gatling, and he can dodge around that. That's pretty.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly, yeah. But he's not really removing the gravity. He's just redirecting where they're falling or where their velocity. It's not important. Fuck it. Okay, so let's just go to
That music was your uncle, by the way.
So let's go.
Because if you just
Pharaoh, come on, yeah.
So when it comes to the honorable mentions,
we just gonna go down the line or just go.
Well, hold on. So when it comes to the honorable mentions, all right. I don't know how many folks had Weevil on their list, but I think
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
The problem I have with Weevil is that Weevil right now is all hype. He's really just massive all hype. He could be devastating, but right now I'm not gonna give him anything much than just hype factor. So he's on the list because of hype and hype alone. Zoro and Sanji, you guys know where I stand with that shit. I think Sanji and Zoro are the same. Like Inuarashi and Nekomamushi.
Yeah, Zoro's above. Agree.
What? No, not agree. Not agree at all.
No, that was facts.
No, not facts. No facts at all. Not zero facts on that one. Kid. I think. Listen. Okay. My problem here with Kid is that I think Kid.
Oh man.
Listen. All right. Kid. I'm pretty sure is powerful. All right. I don't doubt it, but I just don't know how and where and what. All we know is that he can manipulate metal. If he's not in the metal environment, I don't know what the fuck happens to Kid. I have no idea what else he has. All right. He just manipulates metal, and
I mean, most people have weapons though.
Yeah, but if he's in an environment where
he's like the only character that doesn't have a weapon that's like a strong top tier.
But if he's in an environment where there's no metal around him, what can he do?
He's a bloodbender.
But that's very rare.
Maybe.
He's a bloodbender.
Isn't there iron in your blood?
Sure. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But can he? But can he manipulate that, or can he go that deep?
I mean, the thing with Kid is based purely off story portrayal, he has to be one of the strongest supernovas.
Yeah, I mean, Fuji's doing meteorite shit. Kid should be able to do that.
Well, I mean, at this point in time, when it comes to story portrayal, that only applies to them being the 3 captains back then that are actually fighting against the Marines. But right now, when you look at what Brule said, Brule nerfed the fuck out of Kid. It's like, yo, like Kid ran.
Right.
Rose actually stayed and
yeah, but we know that bitch is lying.
What? Wait, what?
So I was supposed to say Iron is one of the most.
Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed?
I mean, it's Brule, man.
Iron is located in the Earth's crust, so Kid can manipulate anything around.
Oh, Christ. Dude. Okay, listen, man. Listen, until I see Akainu or let alone Kid start fucking with the Earth's crust, I ain't gonna give anybody no Earth's crust shit. The only nigga doing that is Blackbeard. That's the only motherfucker doing that.
Upper mantle.
Yeah, that's the only dude. That's the only
no
dude
one's
fucking
pulling
right
anything
now
from the crust,
with
bro.
the Earth's crust.
When Kid comes out like Nagato.
Nah, bro, Magneto.
That's not, dude. Like that's not even like the Earth's fucking like that's like light crust, man. I mean, I'm talking about like crust, like deeper crust, man.
Nah.
Listen, okay, dude, man.
We're talking about
Iron is very abundant in the Earth's
Of course
crust.
they are. He affected the entire planet when he was tilting the ocean.
Nah, he's affected the wait, did he?
Yeah.
Who affected
the entire planet?
Yeah.
Who affected the planet?
Whitebeard. When Whitebeard was yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
When
it's just the surroundings.
Come on, bro.
No.
He didn't affect the planet.
No.
They were afraid he would do that. He never did affect the planet.
No. When Whitebeard was still in the ocean, there was actually a panel of some random person on some random sea, like a different sea. Like I think it was either like the North Blue or like the South Blue. They said the tremors, they finally stopped after the Battle Marine Ford. Go back.
Yeah, someone needs to post the panel.
Wasn't that just the tsunamis? Or
No. The tsunamis happened in Chibuya Archipelago. That was actually near, I think, it was close to the area, yes. But go back to the actual chapters. There's a person, like a father, who's holding his daughter or something of the sort. And they were afraid because they were feeling tremors. And after the battle, I think it was, the tremors finally stopped.
That's crazy.
I swear to go back. It's there.
How far was this? How far was this island from Marine?
It's not stated, but it's an island in an entirely. Hold on. But it's an island in an entirely different ocean. It's literally in a different ocean, dude. Literally in a different ocean. Somewhere else.
You're not talking about like before the war?
No, I'm talking about it was during the war. It was either.
Can someone?
It was either during the war or it was
also.
during after the war. Something around. But there's a father, and the father says to his, like he was afraid because there were. Yeah, no, it's in the manga. Thank you, John. Yeah, it's in the manga where literally this guy's like, oh shit, like the tremors, they're finally, they're finally stopped now, and they're in a whole different section of the ocean, like quite literally.
John is creditless.
Now, was that as soon as he started the war, or like in the midway?
I don't know. I mean,
Which part? You talking about heaven and earth? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Well, I think it starts around there, but like because of what Whitebeard was doing. The tremors were apparently being felt across the entire planet, or it's implied. It's implied at the very least. At the very least, he's multi-continent, if not like half planet, or some shit like that.
Like
straight up.
like
I don't disagree that he could destroy the world. That is.
Yeah, no,
yes.
no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no.
At Marineford, I don't think so, but. Yeah.
No, it was there. No, it was. Someone says late 500s.
No. I'm saying Marineford. I don't think you could destroy the world at Marineford.
Yeah, nobody destroying the world in One Piece. Period.
Well, no, like the most we. Well, there's two things. Number one is that the most we get from Whitebeard, according to what Sengoku says, is that he's a life wiper, so he could potentially wipe all life on the planet. Potentially, maybe destroy the planet.
A life wiper
over time.
Yeah, where is this? Where is that?
Over time. Not even like
Sengoku said that.
Where is that coming from?
No, hold on. Sengoku said that he had the power to destroy the world. So it depends. So it depends on how you read that. It's either A, he destroys the planet itself, or B, he actually wipes all life on the planet.
He could probably cause an earthquake.
I think Sengoku was off exaggerating.
He's exaggerating, yeah. See,
like destroy the entire planet. Like,
I mean, like again, if you put 100% of your full power into it.
Well, and then we'll see. It depends, because then there's another second to it, and that actually goes to the moons. If the moons were destroyed, how are they destroyed? So potentially speaking, because we haven't seen the One Piece moons, and there's supposed to be 7 moons, but we only see 1 moon in the sky. So what happened to the rest of the One Piece moons?
Ancient weapons?
Maybe, but again, we don't know. Again, like what I'm saying here is that when you look at the fact that Whitebeard tilting the oceans is such a casual way if you want to call it casual, when he, you know, grabbed the atmosphere and he kind of pulled it down, that kind of shit. When he did that, and then throughout the entire Marineford War, because there were people in other parts of the world feeling tremors, literally in other seas, oceans, feeling the tremors of Whitebeard's of whatever he was doing, that would imply that his area of effect, at the very minimum, when he's an old sick man, is multi-continent. In his prime, he's probably planetary area effect wise. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
This is a sick Whitebeard. So he's multi-continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait.
I guess what we have to consider here is the damage he's doing, like at these places, because they're saying they're feeling the tremors, but they're not really destructive.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because this is a Whitebeard who's sick in his prime, and then potentially speaking, what I'm talking about is he's affecting the entire area of at least several continents at the very minimum.
I agree with that. Then.
Yeah. So, but that's what he was doing, and then after that, so our legends we continue here. Urouge for an obvious reason, and then finally Jimbe, and that's what I have for honorable mentions. Again, for me, Jimbe, I think there's a difference here when you look at what he can do on land as opposed to in water. And on land, he's good, but he's just not good as the monster trio. In water, different story. All right, so what do you guys take on the? Well, give out your if you have them, your honorable mentions to the people.
In order.
Well, Weevil was one of mine.
Yeah, Weevil. Inuarashi, Nekomamushi.
Yeah.
Nah, they're not my top 30.
It's only because of the Mink form, man.
They're missing limbs, man.
Calamities. The other two calamities.
Yeah, but I mean, if they have these Sulong states, then they're gonna be way more powerful. But that's a transformation that.
How long is that lasting?
Yeah, right. Like probably.
Maybe Gear 4th.
Yeah.
I feel like Inuarashi and Nekomamushi could probably take it for a decent amount of time.
Yeah,
an
hour or two.
Definitely.
They're like the more trained ones. Even Pedro, because he's probably more trained than Carrot.
Yeah. How about Lucky Roo?
What?
Lucky Roo?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that come from? Rock
mention, yeah.
I mean, yeah, because we're mentioning.
I thought you were trying to say Lucky Roo is a mink.
No, I'm saying honorable mention. What?
How long did Lucky Roo go?
Come on, fool. Lucky Roo, I would say, was an honorable mention.
But the thing is, is Lucky Roo like next after Ben Beckman, or is it Yasuo?
Yeah, he should be like
he should be.
Or is it the guy with the monkey, or the guy with the monkey in his mouth?
I mean, I didn't put Ben Beckman on my list just because of the fact that like there's just so much hype around him and it annoys me. Everyone has like Ben Beckman as like their number one right hand. So it's like,
I mean, the thing is, he told like all those bandits like, you need a warship to come and test me.
Hey man, make Kizaru back down.
Yep. Put a gap.
We don't take pre-time skip feats into account.
Come on.
I mean, Lucky Roo can fight the speed light, so.
So man, if we take pre-time skip feats into account, Shanks just lost to a fucking Sea King.
Wait, cool. Why do you have like Kuma so high without Haki on your list?
Without Haki, where did that come from?
Well, I mean, I don't think Kuma necessarily needs Haki because at this point in time, so here's what I made the assumption of. Again, it's assumption, but over time, characters get stronger. I think it applies to Kuma, but only in one aspect, and that's his body. Because I don't think Kuma can train for Haki at this point in time. He's not in the right mental state for that shit.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
But I would say that overall.
Like,
well, what I'm thinking is that with Kuma, yeah, his durability's probably gotten a little bit better because I think Vegapunk made some modifications. Because the dude, after he spent 2 years defending the ship, the Sun Ego, he probably went back to like Marine headquarters and shit like that. So because he's a robot, his stamina and his endurance is off the charts. Like quite literally 2 years defending the Sun Ego, not even moving that position. That's crazy. So from a stamina standpoint, from an endurance standpoint, he probably has one of the highest in the verse. And also
you
from
think NL could do that?
No, for 2 years? No, it's crazy.
2 years?
No. I don't think anybody can. Honestly, I don't think anybody can stay there for 2 years and defend the ship like that. I think he can only do it because he's a robot. Well, no, but he's a robot or like a pseudo android. What do you want to call Kuma right now? But Kuma, his powers are so broken, like in of themselves, that I just can't ignore that because he can reflect quite literally anything with his patterns.
Yeah. I mean, say like he still has the same mind state going forward.
Yeah, like no. I don't think so. I mean, I think that he's still like a robot of sorts. But the fact of the matter is that what that really only affects is his reaction time. His reaction time is now much slower because he has to kind of analyze and process things.
Yeah, to process information.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but that still doesn't take away his ability to like move around really fast. He can still do that, and he can still. I mean, he can reflect like let's say the pain out of Luffy's body. Like he can reflect.
My thing is like One Piece
like
is so heavy on will, and right now Kuma doesn't have his own will.
Well, no, it's only having will for certain characters that are, let's say, king tier. Like that's what's been shown for that case. Where like, king tier meaning, well, you know, like king tier meaning Conqueror's Haki. Like they actually have the will to be, you know, like king. Like that's what actually really starts to affect.
But will goes back to like basics of Haki as well. So,
kind of. I mean, because Conqueror's, well, no, Kambocha Haki is more presence and precognition, while Armor Haki.
I think Kuma's going to be really OP end of the series because you got to think about it this way. Vegapunk's probably going to upgrade the pacifistas to a point to where the metal is going to be insanely. Yeah, well, yeah, obviously, but the metal is going to probably be insanely better. And also on top of that, it's basically just going to be Kuma with like high durability, and he's going to have Kizaru's lasers.
Yeah, probably see Prism Stone. Yeah. Prism like.
Yeah, we haven't seen the new pacifistas. We've only seen the old ones. Yeah.
And hold on. Like, let me be very clear because I need to talk to some of these morons in fucking chat. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my!
Listen. Like,
morons put out the M word.
The morons in chat, for some reason, not these guys. Here's the thing. I don't know why we're confusing DC potency and DC area of effect. All right, Whitebeard can affect an area that is at least multi-continent. That doesn't mean he's destroying several continents. All right, we know that back in the past, Chinjiao could shatter the ice sheet continent that was more durable than regular ice, like some crazy shit. But that's what we know so far that happened in the past. And Garp beat Chinjiao. That's the only continent thing that we can even have any remote sense of in One Piece. Whitebeard can affect at least several continents with his abilities that was shown in actual canon manga. So there's no like debate of that. There is no debate of that. None. Zero. That was shown in canon manga. All right. At the very minimum, he's affecting multiple continents. All right. Consider this for a second. If the entire Marineford area was actually land as opposed to ocean, what the fuck do you think Whitebeard did there? Like that's nuts. Like the dude in himself is nutty from an area of effect standpoint. From what he can destroy, potency wise. Yeah. So we can't ignore these things. Like Whitebeard was devastating. Like he could destroy the most in the verse we've seen thus far. And Blackbeard has that shit. And Blackbeard is not sick. All right, he's not super old. All right, he's fresh. He's young. Well, kind of young. He's coming in there hot. So guarantee you when he starts doing the girl shit, it's gonna be even more devastating.
No problem. I agree with
that.
Hey,
Brago.
Yeah.
This is unrelated. Offset did it again.
Oh, Offset's a good.
No, he didn't.
He did it again, bro.
Did what?
What do you mean? By the way?
I want to change the conversation. Brago knows what that means.
Oh wow.
I mean, bro, it's a celebrity relationship, bro. We can't really expect anything else other than.
Bro, it happened like last week.
But like I said, like, celebrity relationships are for jokes, bro. Are just jokes, bro.
I mean, he already took an L now in 2018. Like, come on.
Like Jay-Z and Beyonce, I feel like the only two people that actually have a real relationship.
It's really not an L for him though.
You don't think Will and Jada?
Who?
Will and Jada?
Yeah.
Hey, Cardi B on that finesse remix though.
Who the fuck is Will Smith?
Damn, that's fucked up.
Someone get through, but fuck up out of here.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Okay. So
gotta call P Diddy for that black.
I think we are good to call it a stream, guys. How's that sound?
Yes, sir.
I want to keep it streamlined because I don't want to go, like the 9-hour length here and then start talking about basketball. And,
yeah, you gotta build the hype up first.
Like now, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it streamlined.
On the battlefield.
We're gonna keep it very streamlined. Give them what they want, and then we.
Yeah.
All right,
for sure.
One piece only.
One piece only, man. That's how it is. Unless it's on Twitch. On Twitch, it's whatever. You guys get the full course. On YouTube, you guys One Piece only. Keep it weeb shit. So Kadeem donated $5 and through Super Chat. Since hockey is like will, and Perona can drink people's will. Oh shit! Would she in a way negate hockey? That's
interesting. Yeah,
she could maybe enhance her.
Not negate.
Does she really drain will?
Not negated. Not negated.
She could enhance her own.
Yeah.
She doesn't drain will, does she?
She's not draining. Well, yeah.
She's probably still talking about
hockey. Well, yeah, not drain, but like she makes it look depressed and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
That's actually
that's interesting. I don't know.
Hey,
See, like, the
spooky,
question's irrelevant. Corona's irrelevant, so it's not.
Yeah, I don't think that's a question we're ever gonna get an answer to, anyway. So
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
not. But
Corona
that
comes
is-
back as like the legend that's been dormant. Other than
It's
that,
like the sugar. It's like sugar could be Yonkos. Like, nah, she's irrelevant now.
Yeah, she's chilling in prison, bro.
I hate when people say sugar can beat Yonko. This is so stupid.
yeah, that's trash.
That's the kid's not.
So we're gonna call it a stream. We're gonna call it a stream. All right. So thanks you guys coming out to the stream as always. Of course, there'll be some Cole merch in the box below for your YouTube guys, for your Twitch guys. You guys know where to find that shit.
Yep.
Now, in 2 weeks' time, in September, September, on Sunday the 14th, the Reverie Part 3 is going to happen. We're going to have a lot of cats there. The only cats that I cannot confirm right now are Sawyer, of course, because Sawyer is, just dark horse in
Unicorn.
the wind. For Never, I hope can come through, but we're not too sure about For Never right now. And then finally, there is One World. Apparently, I hear that he's in the wind too. I'm not too sure about One World.
Hey, Brago, you can get in contact with One World, right?
Can you?
Yeah, Cody's chilling, man.
Oh, he's chilling?
He ain't worry about One Piece.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in paradise.
Yeah. So we got a lot of cats coming to this Reverie 2. It's going to be a good one, and it'll be part 3. Once again, it's going to happen Sunday, the 14th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be 1 p.m. Pacific Time. That's going to be 9 p.m. London, UK time. So the London, UK cats can't complain. The Germany cats, I think it's going to be 10 p.m. for you guys, or 11, something like that. So you guys have time. For the Australian cats, for the
Cole,
Saudi cats.
Are you doing a poll?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on the video though. Like I'm not gonna do in this video. I'm gonna do a separate video on Sunday to announce it. Give guys a week to try and pick which questions they would like for us to talk about during the stream.
Cool.
As well as some of the questions I have, talking about what Otis said during the Jump Fest about the living legend, that kind of stuff. We have stuff to talk about. I think the video game stuff too. The One Piece, what's it called? Shit. The new game that came out with the trailer. Yeah, World Seeker.
World Seeker?
Yeah. That kind of stuff too.
Graphics.
Game. I know, right? It looks good, honestly. So lots to talk about. Again, we'll go over that for the video on Sunday. And as usual, guys and gals, thank you for coming to the stream. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the Twitch stuff, subscription, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna catch you guys and gals later. I'm gonna let these guys sign out in their own way, and then we'll end it the usual. So whoever wants to go first.
Subscribe to Brago DAs.
There you go.
Subscribe to Brago. Subscribe to Ferris.
Check out Brago's channel.
Thanks, guys. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to Escape. Subscribe to Ferris Space. Subscribe to Destin. Subscribe to Dritz, and subscribe to Commodore Les.
There we go.
Ice Fox here. We forgot Ice Fox.
Hey, what's up?
Ice Fox.
Yeah, man.
Ice Fox, yo.
On
Twitch.
Man.
Yeah, catch me on Twitch, yo.
Follow Fu on Twitter.
Yeah, gang.
I do not tweet anything about One Piece.
Link in the comments.
Nah, he ain't.
But this is like thanks for having us.
Yeah,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, King.
No, man, no problem.
Yeah, thanks for the invite,
man,
Brago.
because like Brago did the thing. He did like what 14 hours plus on that shit. I'm like, okay. At the very minimum, I'll do like 3 or I'll do 3 or 4. At the very minimum, I'll do 3 or 4. At least I could contribute.
Hey, one day you'll top it.
All right, that's it. So, and for you Twitch guys right now, I'm gonna show you guys something very special because you guys. Well, YouTube guys.
What is that?
I can't really say that you guys. No, you guys aren't gonna see it because in all honesty, wait.
You can't take off the shirt on Twitch. You'll get banned. So
Wait. No.
It's like I was doing. I'm gonna take my shirt off.
It's a sneak peek for what's to come. It's a sneak peek for what's to come. All right. Because here's the thing. Wait. Here's the thing. So I can't because of some YouTube stuff that's going down right now. I can't really. You guys see the Nami in the corner, right? You guys see the Nami in the corner, okay?
Oh.
So, for you Twitch guys, I have a Reiju version available of this, which is very awesome. All right.
Oh shit.
But I have a Reiju version. I know that there's other versions in the works, but I can't show them on YouTube because of demonetization stuff and too much skin showing and blah 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 blah. Yeah, word, dude. Yeah, because
that's trash.
Remember when I did the pre-reverie stream, before part 2? That's all demonetized. They're like, nah, dog, because Robin was too much apparently. All right,
get out of here. Dude.
Yeah,
that's not enough.
And they confirmed that manual review. Manual review confirmed that. Trash. I was like, wow,
that's
really?
Trash.
So for the Twitch guys, they're gonna have all the effects, but For YouTube, I'm gonna dial it down to PG-13. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry, G, not even PG-13, just G, because it's they just can't handle on YouTube. So,
wow.
That being said, guys and gals, I am done. Be sure to rate the video. You guys and gals know what to do because I know that you all have a device called Zaymouse and you use Zaymouse to click, rate the video, to click, subscribe, and of course, click on that bell to join the squad. For the Twitch guys, as always, subscribe. Most definitely, you guys know the drill by now. If you guys are willing to be a tier 3 subscribers, you will join streams. You will join the streams.
Tier 2 gang.
That's big, man.
That's big.
Yeah.
And tier 2, your comments will be read ahead of anybody else's comments. Guaranteed. So, I'm going to see you guys later. Peace, and have a nice goddamn day. Much appreciated, guys.
Bye-bye.
What?